Hello, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, everyone at the YouTube land. This is Moz coming to you with another episode of Moz's Toy Box. And today we're going to talk about all the stuff that's been going on. J&D, Queen Studios, Hot Toys, Jazz Inc., all kinds of stuff. And with us tonight, we got FatBatman, Cigars and Bacon, and Cigars and Bacon Jr. It's like I just went to Wendy's and I'm able to order the junior size now. That's crazy. All right, let's get them in here. It's gonna be fun. What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing good, Moz. That's awesome. I love the CMB Junior.
Right. Yeah. Is CMB Junior in here? Is he still playing the game?
I'm here. Can you not hear him?
Snap, there
He's here.
Quiet.
Oh, yeah.
He's a little quiet.
Speak up, bud. Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
Next generation collector.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, man. Let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. Noble Young, always first. I love it. Primetime Reviews. Hello, how you doing tonight? Insightful Imagery. How you doing, Mike? It's great seeing you again. That's me. That doesn't count. Sean Donnelly. Hey, how you doing? Facebook user. Dude, how you doing? I don't know who that is, but that's awesome. I'm on some kind of weird high right now.
How much sugar did you have today?
Just none, actually. What's up, Barrett? Yeah, I got the DX10 out today. I never got the DX13, but I did get the DX10.
I haven't had any sugar that you can remember.
I still can't make him out. Is he like, you guys sharing the microphone?
No, we got wireless headset. One's on my ear and one's on his. Here, let me adjust his.
I think yours has got the microphone, though.
Oh, well then, here. I will do this. Let's go in your ear. This will go in line, and I'll just talk next to it. There you go. Now talk.
Hello.
Hey, now I can hear him. What's up, Cigars and Bacon Jr.? How you doing?
I'm good.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Are you excited to get talking about these toys today?
Yes.
Sweet. What's your favorite hot toy that you have right now?
Oh no! Why do you have to ask me this? Oh, no.
Okay, what's your least favorite hot toy? Whichever one's easiest to answer.
I guess my favorite's the Hulkbuster.
Oh my bringing it in strong, man. Those grails, just flinging them around. I got a Hulkbuster. Yeah. I don't have one of those.
He's got a Hulkbuster, and I got a Hulkbuster.
You guys are crazy.
Man.
That's awesome.
He worked his butt off, though. He worked his butt off. He got all A's the whole year, so he worked his butt off to earn it.
Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. What's up to DonPrime? He's saying what's up to CNB Jr. as well, making his worldwide appearance, of course. So that's awesome. That's awesome. And what do you got on your desk there, Fat Batman?
I got
Look at that.
The Joker Imposter Batman from
That is
Suicide
awesome.
Squad. Yeah. I didn't have
How
a
long have you had
Terminator. You've got the heat out there. This was actually my first figure. This is
That's
the
a good
first figure
man.
that I ever bought. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
in hand. First pre-order would have been the Batman and Superman 2-pack. But actually, first in hand, this is it. And man, I love them. I'll never get rid of them.
that
I
is
do
awesome.
have my own one.
CMB Jr., man, you got to come put the smackdown on
Answer-
Sean Donnelly. You need to tell him
answer to Sean.
that is your Hulkbuster.
It's mine. I just did good and I got it.
He
That's
has a
right.
collection, man. He has a growing collection. He
Yep.
has about 15 Hot Toys.
That is just
That's
too
awesome.
That is awesome.
Do not
So we
question
got
my collection.
There you go.
I'm sorry?
Don't question my collection.
That's it.
Man, so we got some crazy stuff happening this week, man. And yeah, Sean says it's awesome, CMB Jr. So there you
There
go.
you go.
He's impressed.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
he says thank you if you didn't hear that. DonPrime, Fat Batman, what's up, brother? Is what he says.
What's up,
Yeah.
DonPrime?
Uncommon Flex is in
Mr.
the house.
Prime.
Uncommon Flex. All right. So we had some crazy stuff happen this week, man. There's so much to go over and so little time. And I say that because I got other stuff I want to do. I'm kidding. One of the things you might notice, I don't know if it's on there yet, but I know it was pending when I went to go do other stuff, is there might be a membership tab now that you guys can join the new, the YouTube channel and be a part of it. Right now I only got the one tier because I'm just kind of feeling it out, but the one tier, of course you're going to get a shout out, especially if you become a member and you get your own custom little emoji that you get to use. I don't know. It seems really generic right now, but it is going to get better. In fact, one of the things I'm going to do for those that like my photography is that I'm going to start shooting stuff in a manner which I can make screensavers, wallpapers
Oh, nice.
out of my photography. So I'll have it sized and proportioned in a way that you can just slap it up there. And I won't put any BS text on it, man. I'll give you guys a nice, awesome picture that you guys can use. But that's going to be a later tier, I think. But that is something that's going to be coming into the membership channel. And it'll be more of the new shots because the old shots are all shot in portrait, which means that they would only work for a phone. They're not going to really work for your computer. But you'll be able to get both, or either. If you just want phone wallpapers, then yeah, you can use these shots and we'll crop them for the phone, etc. But there'll be new shots that you'll be able to get when we get to tier 2. I didn't want to put it up there without having any shots to put up there, so I need to get some shots to put in there. But it is something. No, it's not up there yet. It's got a processing time, OG fans. So just be on the watch out for it. I know the super chats are enabled now, so that's pretty cool. Haven't gotten one yet, but that's cool too. It's there. It's there. And even if I get it right now, I won't get it because YouTube takes money first before I see any of it. They're like, you have to reach this much money before you see it. So I'm like, thanks, YouTube. Thanks. But on top of that,
like
we
the
had.
IRS.
I'm sorry?
YouTube's like the IRS.
Right. They like to just take. They take our souls.
He knows about money. If he's into collecting hot toys,
Yeah,
cigars
I'm
and
sure
bacon has taught him. He's got to know how to save, and he knows about the IRS. That's for sure.
Yeah. There's more than I know about them because right now
Yeah.
I'm gonna work the tax paperwork and stuff too.
Just get them hooked on collecting. They'll be too broke to afford anything else.
Exactly. That's a great idea, actually.
But so what we're gonna have here is I've lost my train of thought. I'm so bad. So first, I guess let's go with this. What is going on with Sideshow? Because if you look, come on, remove, share. We have some stuff that is shipping, and I wish I had HG on here, but because he got an email for some of this stuff. But if you see here on Sideshow's website now, Ton, thank you, the super sticker. Look at that, my first ever super anything.
That's awesome.
It's super, man.
Nice.
I'm gonna give you a present.
Nice.
Just tell me what figure you need to do a shot of that I have, and we'll get you your own special wallpaper for being the first. I'll get you a wallpaper. So we'll get on that. Thank you, DonPrime. I'm gonna leave that.
That's awesome.
So yeah, the Sideshow is just got, these listed as just arrived. They got Ahsoka Tano in here now. They have Loki 2012 in here now. You got your 2-pack for Boba Fett and your single, which was kind of crazy because I thought the single one was kind of held up a little differently. Like when Hong Kong dropped it, it was all like the deluxe and no singles were coming out for Boba Fett. We also got Spider-Man in the house. We got the zombie Deadpool, the assault tank commander, and the mustard trooper. All of these are actually just arrived at Sideshow. Carlito, man, thank you so much for the super chat. $5, man. That is awesome. I love you guys. You guys are great, man. Wow, that is awesome. Thank you guys so much. So what do you guys think, man? Does anybody have an email for Ahsoka? I know Harold did, but he's not feeling well today, so he couldn't make it. Did anybody here get an email for Ahsoka?
Nope.
No, I don't have any Clone War figures pre-ordered. That's just me personally.
Okay.
I haven't
Cigars?
gotten an email for I didn't get an email for Ahsoka. I haven't gotten an email for Loki. I haven't gotten an email for Boba 2-pack. Mustard
Yeah, me
Trooper,
either.
Tank, or Assault. None of that. I'm still waiting.
Okay. Well, from what I understand, they are limited quantities right now. So these are just like they're getting a little nickel and dime of these figures to just kind of start pushing them out and saying they've had them. What is crazy though is that Sideshow's got Loki and Ahsoka now. They've got them as just arrived. If you look here at the top here, just arrived, and yet we have not seen Hong Kong drop it. Like say it's out. Hong Kong has not done that. We have not gotten one of those release figures yet. It's crazy. DonPrime here.
Is broken.
I'm sorry, what's broken?
Sorry. The Matrix is broken.
Yes, the Matrix is broken, man. But the DonPrime, he says, I talked to owner of Toy Dojo. He is an authorized Sideshow dealer. No notification of charges of Hot Toy Ahsoka yet. Yeah, I ordered mine from my local store as well. They didn't get notified either, but some people did. I know H Green got his notification. And dude, Metamorphic Customs, dude. If you guys aren't watching Metamorphic Customs for any of your diorama needs, it's phenomenal. He's got several bases that he makes for his 1/6 scale stuff. And you got full tutorial videos of it. My favorite one, I think, is probably the ice one, because I've been looking at trying to make an ice for photography, like a nice big ice area, to photograph in. And I've gotten a whole bunch of good ideas from him, particularly the clear melted forks, man. That was really cool.
Or you can do what I did. I just hit him up and was like, hey, will you make me a base topper?
Well, I need more than toppers, but yeah, that's good too, man. You can definitely hit him up, and he does sell his stuff. If he ever wants to come on here, though, man, Desi, if you ever want to pop on, just let me know, and I'll send you an invite, man, because you got some awesome work. You've inspired me to start working on my stuff, man. I'm gonna take the camera real quick and show you guys what I've been working on.
What's
I
up,
got
Land
this.
Crater?
I'm gonna move the microphone out of the way so you won't be able to hear me. But I got this shelf and these, this warehouse stuff going on real quick. It's let me do that. So I got these crates here. I'm making these little boxes, different size boxes. All kinds of stuff here to fill out my little warehouse scene. I'm going to do my Batman photo shooting in. Of course, these crates won't be up here when I'm done. These are going to be boxes and stuff, but it's just something I've been working on. I keep dropping stuff. I got to use this clamp because I'm not cool. I don't have like one of the newer. My boom is old. It doesn't like to stay where I tell it. See, still doesn't work. What's up, Lane Kramer? How you doing today, sir? Still doesn't want to work. All right, so Khalito says he's got the assault tank commander notifications 2 weeks ago and got charged by Sideshow, but it's still waiting to ship. Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, out of everything up there, the only thing that I've got is the 2-pack, and I still have not got an email on anything. And that was a day one pre-order, and I paid it off the same day. So I don't. And Sideshow, you never know how they do their shipping. I mean, people day one pre-order it might be on the last batch. I don't know how they figure out how to ship things out to the people that order it.
Well, from what Lane's saying, in fact, I was trying to get this worked out here because I'm a little awkward at the moment. What Lane's saying here is, Sideshow is still, they're basically saying they're selling stuff and taking your money, but yet it's still on the boat, still trying to get in, clearance and whatnot. So it's just held up at the port right now, but it's there. They're just like within reach, but you can't get it. OG fan, when Star Wars was just Star Wars, is like, I'm shipping charge for Boba 2-pack. Email said within 10 days, nothing on Ahsoka, and she was a day one pre-order for me. So, and of course, Lane's in the same boat. Ahsoka supposedly had a small shipment sent, but gotta wait. In fact, there's Lane right now. And Barrett coming with another super chat, man.
Boom.
Thank you so much, Barrett. Appreciate it, man. I love you guys. You guys are great. Without you, I'd be sitting here just probably painting crates. My back would be like, stop, because my back is killing me. Let's see. Lane, they have a lot of their batches stuck in port right now. Yeah. So let me get Lane into the stream here. He has no camera.
Yeah, there he is.
Yes.
So that way I don't have to keep clicking on Lane stuff. I can put Barrett back up there.
Thank you very much for that, Barrett, by the way, too.
Yes, thank you.
So just, I was mostly trying to hurry here just to kind of get, so I did not ask about Boba Fett 2-pack because I'm not getting that one, but I just wanted to be able to verbally say, because I talked to customer service again, I was charged for the artillery trooper and the assault tank commander back on the 28th of February.
Oh, wow.
So
that's a long time
be,
ago now.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it'll be 2 weeks as of, next time, even possibly they might get it. I talked to customer, not the ambassadors, but the customer service actually yesterday evening, like, I don't know, like 6 o'clock Central Time or so,
Okay.
6:30. And hey, thank you, DonPrime. So what I was told, because I had talked to them on Wednesday earlier in the week, and they had said on the artillery trooper was still in the abyss of the port, but the assault tank commander was supposed to be coming in on the 10th on Thursday, the next day. So I was like, okay, cool. So that one might ship to me by Friday or Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But then I hadn't seen anything, so I called last night, and then unfortunately, I don't like to crap all over the customer service, but I got a song and dance that sorry we misinformed you. That is still stuck in port. So I'm going to assume the Boba Fett 2-pack is like same boat, in the same crate or whatever like that. Now Ahsoka, I had heard from it's supposed to be a small batch for like kind of same day thing that some people have been speculating recently, which is why like mostly only day one people who pre-ordered like from that got it. I thought I had day one, but I actually guess I did it like 3 days after she was, officially put up for pre-order when I originally ordered her. And she was put back on the 26th and I ordered her on the 29th. Unfortunately, I think right now, I know some people have gotten like classic suit Spider-Man on it. I think shipped out today. But right now, things, I don't know, with some of the more like in January releases we've seen and stuff, I think they're still just all stuck in port and just Sideshow. I don't know if any of the other you guys here have had it recently within the last 3 or 4 months, maybe since like fall last year, where you had it where you got charged for the item and then it just like never showed up for weeks. Because you remember, Maz, I was complaining about Rex like for like 16 or 17 days.
Yeah,
he got charged for me, and I'm using your thing here to just complain for 1 second. Is that Sideshow? If anybody is please watching this, you guys have got to change your system.
Tell them.
I don't care what it has to, or like, because I know this has been a repeated thing. If you check some of the forums and not just this stuff, statues, any collectibles from them, like people have been getting charged hundreds, if no, $1,000 for maybe a statue. You guys are charging them large amounts of money without actually having the item in. You guys have got. I know they say, well, we do it now when we get it. It makes it easier, so we ship it out faster. You know what? I think most people are, for how much some of these items are willing to pay, will wait an extra day or two. If you guys do not charge them weeks ahead of time.
Well, they haven't taken any of my money and not shipped me a figure though, so I don't know what you're talking about. Sean Donnelly, though, he's saying here is that this has happened before in Sideshow, and it gives false hope. Unless we get shipping notices and it has not been released in Hong Kong, I would not get people's hopes up. This happens months before received. I've not seen it say just arrived and not actually be available to start shipping out. The only time I've ever seen just arrived is when people are about or do get their notifications. I have seen just arrived on the site before they got notifications, but it was like a day before, like the next day they would get notifications going out. But I've never seen it, where the site would say just arrived and nobody's gotten a notification. In this case, I know Ahsoka has been given a notification. Like I said, Harold posted his notification into one of the Facebook groups, so he got an Ahsoka notification. And I think I've seen also Loki being notified to somebody as well. So from I understand, they are going out, but they are very small batches.
Yeah, Negan, I know they don't care. I mean, okay. Anyway, sorry, Moz, go ahead.
I was just going to give a shout out to OG Fan. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, Moz, congrats on your channel flourishing and making the rounds on the other shows and getting some love.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, totally.
Keep
That's
your
awesome.
curmudgeonly ways is why I watch. All right, I'll work on that. I'll have to define that word. Go look at the dictionary first, but
Just
I kind of have an idea what he means.
Just stay the same.
Stay the same, exactly.
I know they don't care and stuff like that, but it's that. And I don't even mind. The fact is that they told me. If they told me, my problem is they're charging people money for something they don't have in stock. I'm just gonna say, like an example, GameStop. I worked for that company for 10 years. GameStop doesn't have a great reputation for customer service or even how they treat their employees. But you know what? They don't charge you till the item is actually in their warehouse and they're about to ship it to you.
Like most stores are like that.
Day or next day. So
it should be.
Yeah, and I mean, I literally was going. I decided not to do it, but I was literally so mad about like this with these, even though they're already basically paid for completely. I'm just waiting for ship at this point. So I was just gonna call up. I was gonna cancel them and just order them from another site if I could. That even if I had to wait a little bit longer, I just like literally need the thing to know I'm not paying fully for it till it's actually there.
Okay,
that's my biggest problem with things. But anyway, I calmed down a little bit. But anyway, sorry for listening to me rant.
That's okay. Lake Studio Man, what's up? I'm just acknowledging you now that Lane let me talk.
Sorry.
Sean Donnelly, plus the California ports quarantine procedures are now prolonging port holds. This is true. So it's not entirely Sideshow's fault. I do agree, though, that they shouldn't be taking your money unless they have the product actually in hand. But devil's advocate, I mean, they're going to send it to you. It's not like they're going to run off with your money. I mean, it is annoying, but
charged for something and then you wait 3 weeks to get it.
Yeah, you've already been waiting a year and a half, 2 years.
It's not just Hot Toys too. They did it to me with the Gandalf from the Crown series. It's I think I paid for the shipping a week and a half ago, and he finally shipped out yesterday. Which that's not as bad as the 2 weeks like for you and that Assault Tank Commander February 28th. That's insane.
Yeah,
that's just wrong.
They charged me $500 almost basically. I mean, but I know someone who was waiting for a statue for 2 weeks. It was $1,000 statue. I mean, anyway, we're not getting going on all that. I just think that's a practice that we've been seeing here, and this is the second time in 3 months it's happened. That's more my issue. Anyway,
well, Barrett really wants to know who's setting the mood music, and I have to admit it was me. All right, I gotta cut you off and let him know because he's been waiting since 6:17. It's now 6:23. He's been waiting for this answer.
Well,
Who set the mood music?
But the thing is, though, for those particular issues, I'm really happy to see people are starting to actually, before the end of this month, whenever they finally ship out and come to people, I'm glad to really see people are starting to get the Mark 85 battle damage. A lot of Iron Man fans have been waiting for that figure for a while now. I mean, I'm getting 2 regular troopers. They're not they're not the biggest of some of the stuff coming. For whatever people are waiting, whoever is getting Ahsoka people should be getting her by the end of the month. And people like Will Foxification have been waiting for Loki. For the last end game is finally finished.
I want to make that larger.
Almost.
I want to make that larger just for Lane right there. Negan X says, Lane, Sideshow doesn't care what you think. You get back to Carlito because Carlito makes an interesting point. Shipping from overseas is crazy right now. They apparently made the mistake of buying on eBay from an international seller, and he's having a really hard time shipping to the States as well. Yeah, you have to go to a third party like DHL or FedEx or something to try to get things out now. Using your local post is probably like the loser move. You have to pay that extra for shipping.
It's closed there until like May or something, like
the
Hong Kong region, I think, or something. So you can't.
Well, Don and his 9 POs, 2 of which are Maji
He's the
cases.
smartest guy.
I don't want to admit how many pre-orders I have.
Hey, my Maji cases at least are paid off. El Professoro, what's up, Mario? Preach Lane, he says. This just happened to me with the battle damage Mark 85. I was charged when they didn't have the figure ready to ship. It shipped out a few days later, though. Damn.
That's good. I'm glad you got it. For everybody who's getting their stuff, despite whatever issues, I'm glad people are getting some of these figures that have been waiting for a long time for them.
I think shipping in general is getting ready to be hard. Not to cut you off there, Moz. But
no, you're good. You're good.
You look at the price of fuel right now. For me, I know I work for a local government, and there's talks of, hey, nobody moves for one day out of the week. No trucks get started. Nothing happens just because you're talking the price of fuel, diesel, and it's getting up $5, $6, $7 if you're over in California. I'm way over here on East Tennessee, but I mean,
what's it at in East Tennessee? Because in Georgia, regular gas right now is like $4.50.
Right now, gas is at $4 and diesel is at $5. So
yeah, diesel's over $5.
Diesel's at $5.30. I saw this afternoon.
Yeah. The Bat Dooley's been parked for 2 weeks, but I mean, I can't imagine what shipping from overseas is going to be like.
And this is why I ordered my Ecto one from a Bid Bag Toy Store, because my shipping is all in there.
Yeah, that's a really smart idea too.
OG fan, when Star Wars was just Star Wars, he says, from what I've gathered, is that when the containers are scheduled to be offloaded, within that week to 10 days, Sideshow has been charging based upon that schedule. Yeah. So that makes sense, so when and why wouldn't they, right? I mean, it's scheduled to be there. They kind of have to go off of that. That's all they have to go off of. Otherwise, they're playing catch up, because stuff's landing on their porch and they're like, wow, we haven't done anything with this. We don't have any money for it or nothing. It's just here. But yeah. Exotic Carfax, man. What's up, dude? What's up? I don't know exactly what it means. And I don't want to. And Don is congratulating me on, I guess, the Maji cases.
I think all the love you've been getting tonight.
Oh
it's been awesome.
Dude, I'm totally loving the love. The love is great. It's lovable. It's lovely. That's the word. OG fan. That's from a Teamsters Union truck driver. Exotic Carfax. Thank you, Exotic Carfax. I'm just trying to catch up in the chat for a minute, guys. I'm sorry. Negan X Army, isn't that a sign that they are desperate for funds? I don't know if I would agree to go that far.
No, I just think it's greed.
Carlito's got this for you, Lane. I think Sideshow is just doing business as usual, but shipping has been impacted in an unpredictable way. Usually they've been great on communicating shipping. This is true. Like, I haven't had this happen to me yet. Knocking on, not really wood, because nothing's made out of wood anymore. I don't know what this thing's made.
No, artificial.
Yeah, artificial, whatever. And then Carlito says, "I know it's frustrating though, going through the same thing." Yeah, it's definitely frustrating. And thank you for the mood music. I love it. This mood music is brought to you by StreamYard, and is "Feeding the Ducks" is the name of the song. It's just looping. OG fan, I plead the fifth on how many POs I have. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, Don, you put in another sticker. Thank you, sir. I'm getting to it. I'm so far behind. Zeta Carfax, break out the pitchforks and the torches and let's storm the Sideshow warehouse. Oh man, Carlito, he's in North Carolina.
There you go.
And gas is for $3.99. Wow, at least you're under the $4 mark by a penny, but you're still under that.
Yeah, for 87, it's $3.89 here.
Yeah, the county I'm in it's the smallest county per capita, but it's got the highest gas prices in the state. It's terrible.
There, I got the Don sticker finally. Thank you, Don. Thank you so much. That's your second.
That's
sticker
awesome.
Today.
DonPrime's
get you a fruit basket. I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you so much, Don. I appreciate it.
Negan raises follow the Kenobi doctrine.
Yeah, Negan X, if you're smart, you'll follow the Kenobi doctrine and wait to buy all of this stuff years later when it's sitting in the bargain bin.
Unfortunately, I don't think the Ecto one's going to make it to the bargain bin.
No.
It's going to make it.
No.
It's going to make it to the penthouse of spending.
Yeah.
It's going to be $4,000 2 years from now.
Now, cigars, I didn't talk to you yet. Have you ordered yours?
No, not yet. I still have to wait because of stuff going on right now.
Gotcha. Have you decided where you're probably going to order yours from?
Oh yeah, I'm getting it from Spec Fiction for sure.
I'm sorry, from where?
Spec Fiction. I've been emailing Todd and talking to him, so he's already aware of what's going on with me. So he said, as long as I keep him up to date, he'll keep a pre-order open for me.
Cool. That's awesome.
Spec Fiction's a good option to go with. I did find out kind of when my J&D Cat one, I should probably expect to be able to fork over my money for it. Probably May.
Now, see, I've been collecting hot toys and stuff for the past 9 on 4 years now. I mean, it's not as long as some of you guys, but I had personally never heard of Spec Fiction until this past couple weeks with the Ecto 1 dropping.
I'd never heard of them until.
So I didn't go there. I went to Big Bad Toy Store because I had heard of them.
Yeah.
You know.
With how things are being, I'm actually probably going to have to cancel some pre-orders that I have through Big Bad for some non-hot toys and other stuff. Just because the extra money I thought I would have maybe for like their $100, $150 smaller scale figures, I'm just like, probably not going to have that anymore anytime soon. But,
cigars, you buying Junior's own Ecto?
Oh, good question.
He doesn't want.
He is. He's very picky about what.
Did you say thank God?
Yes.
Well, maybe
when I dropped him the question, it was one of those like, "Oh, please say no." Please say no.
He's holding on to that Jazz Inc. Batmobile, right? The new Batmobile. He wants the Jazz Inc. Batmobile.
Nope.
He
liked the movie, but he said Christian Bale is his Batman, so he just wants the Tumbler.
All right.
So that's interesting too. You can get his age at 11.
Man,
that's his Batman.
He should have stepped up just a little bit there and at least made you bribe him with like the DeLorean.
Don't give him ideas, Lane.
Carlito says he's answering Negan here. I'm done with.
No,
Sorry?
DeLorean. DeLorean is not for me.
DeLorean's not for you? That's cool. I mean, the Tumbler sounds like a great one for you.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one I'm getting.
So Carlito says he's done with pre-orders. They're down to 26. The only thing that they've pre-ordered in the last 3 months is the Ecto 1. Carlito, if you don't mind me asking, where did you choose to pre-order yours from? I'm curious. I know Doc and I pre-ordered from Big Bad Toy Store. But with that segue with the vehicles, let's move into the Batmobile. Let's do it. So, Cigars and Bacon Jr., man, you don't want this one?
No. There's just something I don't like about it.
Oh. Okay.
Tell me which one you prefer.
Tumbler will always be the best one.
For him, the Tumbler is going to be
his
Batman.
That's a good choice.
That's when I got him into Batman when he was like less than a year old, I started watching the Nolan trilogy, and from like 8 months old to now, he's always just been hooked on the Nolan trilogy Batman.
Batman got me to walk.
Yeah.
My dad got a Batman disc, and I kept wanting to get it, so I just stood up and started walking towards it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That is
incredible.
awesome.
I pulled out
I don't know what got me to walk. I know I was climbing on.
The Padawan is smart, DonPrime.
I was like, Dad's got your movie, and he stood up and stuck his arm out, was crying, and I just kept backing up. I was like, you gotta come and get it if you want it. I'm gonna keep it. And he just started walking, didn't even realize he was walking. He was just crying because he wanted his DVD back.
That's awesome.
Let's so Kalito, real quick, we're gonna read this and then go back to Sean. I saw the movie and fell in love with this new Batmobile, but I agree that Tumblr is king. Tumblr is awesome. Tumblr is awesome.
Tumblr is great.
Carlito agrees with me. So Carlito's
But
on my team.
Sean Donnelly wants to know.
Carlito is the best commenter so far.
Oh, Carlito, look at that, getting some points with Cigars and Bacon Jr. That's awesome. So Sean Donnelly, what's everyone's first Hot Toys item? And I know you already spoke, but go ahead and show it off again there.
Yeah, this is my first Hot Toys actually in hand that I'd gotten for the collection, and I love them. I'll never get rid of them. The Imposter Joker. I've seen a few modifications. Dean Knight 333 on YouTube. If you guys don't watch any of his stuff, he's incredible. I love the guy. But I've got an idea of trying to make him into a Ben Affleck Batman who's just kind of lost it, went a little psycho. So I'm thinking about changing out the mouth plate and then painting it to make Ben look like he's just went over the edge and become the Joker.
Oh, that's awesome.
Stealing all of that from Dean Knight, by the way. None of that's my idea. He is the man. He's such a smart guy, but following what he did, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.
Exotic artifacts. Hugh Hefner is the reason I'm here today. Carlito says, thanks, Bacon Jr., by the way. So let's go on with the next one. Nobody else has got a camera but me and you, so we'll just ask. Cigars and Bacon Jr., what was your first Hot Toy?
So for Christmas, I got two at the same time, but I consider my first one Barber Stan Lee.
Stan Lee. Nice, from Thor
That's a good
Ragnarok.
one.
That's a good one. What was the other one you got that day, though? I'm just curious.
A Neon Iron Man, the first one.
Oh, snap. Look at that. What's up, poppin' people, Lou? Check your chats, man.
It's a good Christmas.
Yeah, that's a great Christmas. I didn't get any Hot Toys for Christmas. Oh, wait, well,
No.
But I didn't. I got money to buy said Hot Toys for Christmas.
Yeah, that's more my role.
Sorry, Cigars and Bacon, I can't quite hear you anymore now. What?
Oh, I didn't say that. That was Lane.
That was Lane.
Oh, Lane. Well, Lane, what was your first Hot Toy, man? What was
Remnant
it?
Stormtrooper.
Remnant Stormtrooper. That's a great
Which I don't have anymore.
But I love the look of that one. How could you get rid of that one, Lane?
Yeah, I don't.
Was the booty not good enough?
You've been listening to freaking like DonPrime.
You can't help but listen to these people. They're on all the time.
No, not DonPrime. No, not DonPrime.
What's up,
Bob
Loco Lu?
Dylan. You've been listening to Bob Dylan too much.
Bob Dylan. I love Bob Dylan. I don't know where he's at today. How about you, Cigars and Bacon? What was your first Hot Toy?
Mine was the John Wick from John Wick 2.
John Wick 2.
Nice.
Wow, that's a relatively new one. That was your first Hot Toy? Because it sounds like you're like all in.
Oh yeah, like I had been following Hot Toys, but at the time I was collecting specifically just statues. And then when I saw the John Wick one, that's when I went all in. That's when Hot Toys got me.
Damn. So DonPrime's first one was the plastic Iron Man Mark V. That was his first Hot Toy. Let's see if we got any other ones here real quick, and then we'll go back and check out some of stuff here. OG fans, their first Hot Toy was the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett Deluxe MMS 464. Very nice. Mine first Hot Toy was Eric Draven, the Crow.
Oh, wow.
So that was my first Hot Toy. I bought him from Underground Figures. He was still new in the box, never been opened. You know, it was $205.
Great figure.
Yeah, it's a great figure.
Are you picking up that Sideshow one too?
Yes, I am, just so I can cannibalize it for parts. Really.
That's what I thought so.
Yeah. Lane is muted though. He's crazy. Ben Bespin Luke for Carlito. That was their first. So I hope we got your answers there, guys. What's your first ones? Loco Lu's in the house, man. Loco, if you check your Facebook, I did send you a link for tonight's show. If you want to pop in, I don't know. You might be busy. Let's see what we got here. Did I miss anybody? Because I did skip some people to get these answers here. Anything else? All right. So let's get back to this car, man. This car has stirred up well, not only is it a beast, but it has stirred up a hornet's nest of drama. Because
it looks like we're getting like maybe 3 of them.
Well, Doc and I are to blows about this. In fact, I even heard him call me dumb on air the other day on Geeking Out, because I believe that this is not going to happen. This is vaporware, as we in the computer software industry would have called it vaporware. This is something where you tease it, and it just ain't going to happen.
You just think it's the Bat Cycle, and that's going to be. You think they?
Yeah, the Bat Cycles were
basically with the Bat Cycle also doing the signal as well as top of the Batman in the two versions of it, at least for the Batman, for that figure and doing stuff. I think that's it.
Yeah,
I don't know,
exactly.
Maz.
I'm sorry, Lane. You go ahead.
No, you go first, sir.
No, I was just saying I'm with DonPrime there. I totally disagree with Maz. I think they're gonna make it, and that's what I'm actually holding out for. That's the reason I'm not getting the Bat Cycle, Bat Bike, whatever. I love it, and I know why Maz is getting it, and I understand that for the photography aspect. But for me, that Batmobile, man, I loved it. When it come on screen for the first time, I needed it. Look at Loco Lu.
There's Loco Lu.
What's hopping, people? How you guys doing?
We're doing. What you doing, man? What you doing?
I'm over here just cleaning up some stuff because I got that renovation thing going on.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to pop in real quick and just tell everybody, hit that like button, and if you haven't already subscribed. It's your boy Maz. He's trying to fill you in on the goods. Come on.
Appreciate it. And don't forget, guys, that membership tab should be showing up any day now. So become a member. That'd be awesome. You'll get your own wallpapers of my photography eventually. So when I get to that, but right now the first tier is just pretty standard membership stuff. I'm not trying to belittle it, but it will get you guys set up to start receiving that stuff. Andre, didn't want to skip you, man. Never forget my first Hot Toys Technor Terminator. I wish that's like one of the Terminators I still need. There's Lou. What you got going on, Lou? What you got?
No, same old setup.
Man.
Same old setup.
I thought you were working on the new stuff.
A little turtle action in the back.
Oh, look at that 1/6 turtle, man. 1/6 turtle.
Yeah. This is
never
one of my
miss
favorite
turtle stuff.
Oh no! As a matter of fact, I may pull the trigger on the turtle van. Thank you, Lane.
Okay, I got to skip some people.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, Lou. Exotic Carfax, my first hot toy was a knockoff version of Howard Chan. That's an awesome Leonardo, dude.
That is funny.
DonPrime bought the HT Batpod. Lake Studios' first one was OG Beskar Mando. Still remember I hesitated 4 times to get it because it was a lot of money. After that, it's history.
First hot toy?
Yeah. I don't know which one you're pointing at. Deadpool. Sweet.
My first hot toy. Well, not my first 1/6. My first 1/6 was the Sideshow Deadpool and the 4 turtles.
Okay. Yeah. So. The turtles are awesome, though. Those are grails, man.
Oh, yeah. These right here, they go for the lowest is like $400 to like $600 right now.
Nice. Dude, that's awesome.
Just for one. So it's like crazy. And they were $200 at one point.
All right. So let's get your way in here, Cigars and Bacon. I'm not saying Hot Toys shouldn't make it. I'm not saying that I won't buy it if they do make it, because in fact, if they do make this car, that's going to be the most accessible for me to buy, because I don't plan to go out and pay for a Jazz Inc. one. Much less so, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford this one, but that's okay. But the point being, though, is I don't think this is going to happen. Where are you at, Cigars and Bacon? We'll start with you.
I think it is because, the first teaser they gave us was with Batman and then the car behind him, so you couldn't really see it. And then the next photo they dropped, they finally show you the full rear.
Yeah, but it's the same back end of the car. I mean, it's still the same angle.
But they took the Batman out just to show you the Batmobile, to let you know this is basically showing you, hey, it's the same Batmobile we had in the other photo with Batman, but now we're showing you the Batmobile by itself. That in itself is just a teaser for them saying, we got this coming.
But Cigars and Bacon, Doc inadvertently proved my point, because when he went looking at the two photos, and I watched that on Geeking Out, when he went looking at two photos, there are differences, which means either A, they have a prototype they're not even done with, so this is not coming anytime soon, or B, they're just photoshopping this thing because they got two different pictures of the back end.
Yeah, but
it's the exact same angle of the back end.
But Euler's Workshop did a deep dive analysis to show you that it was actually this is like at least a model, a prototype. He showed, where the plastic was inconsistent, paint spatter.
Well, I'm not doubting that.
The LED light source.
But the front end is being held up by toothpicks. There's nothing there.
That's fine. This is just a teaser. Granted, yeah, it may not come for a while because they're working on it, but at least this is showing you, hey, we're working on it. So I mean, to say that it's not coming, that's not right. I mean, not right.
Well, I've seen Hot Toys do this before, and they'll tease something like Ripley and Power Loader. They showed you a whole dang Power Loader. It's probably even the old one with the new Ripley face. But, they show you stuff, and then they never make it. And this is one that it gives me the impression, since they didn't have one already built, like the Bat Cycle, they didn't have intentions to make this. So this is them just slapping Jazz Inc. in the face. And I think what they're going to do is let Queen Studios and Jazz Inc. go at it. Because there's two other markets for this.
Case, then that's fine. I mean, whoever produces the best Batmobile for the affordable cost is be the one I'm going with. And as far as like Jazz Inc., that's not affordable.
You're really hard to
now,
hear. I just want to let you know that.
For right now, I'm just waiting for Queen Studios and Hot Toys to see who's going to flex and actually drop it.
Ophon Studios, what's up, man? First was Iron Man Mark 12? Mark 1 2.0? Oh, okay.
Yep.
So Lane, where are you at on this, man?
Oh, I think they're going to make it. I think they have to. I think that if Queen Studios just said, we are doing this. And I think that the competition from Queen could be healthy, but like this would be, now am I 100%? No, this is like a 90% that I think they're going to make it. But I can see your reasoning though. It's like, look how much already R&D commitment they made for all the items for just the patterns of the Batman. Not including if they're going to do Catwoman or maybe some other figures on the line for this movie. But just for the Batman and stuff they've done, R&D and creation of the Batcycle, which I think looks really cool. Like, I think the movie didn't let you see it as well as this figure actually lets you see how actually cool the design to that thing is.
Agreed.
Because I thought it looked like a regular motorcycle. But seeing that, I'm like, wow, no, that actually is like the Batcycle. Like, has some unique look and design for more speed and other look to it.
Kind of reminds me of Prince's bike.
Well, yeah, okay.
For some reason.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see what you mean. I've seen that 6-scale statue. But also they've done the bat suit. Like, that's a lot of stuff just for that individual figure. So would I crush them if they don't end up doing it? No. I mean, they put out something. They're doing the Batcycle that, at least as of right now, the only other thing we know who are doing 6-scale figures that could be direct competition is Queen Studios. They said they're going to do it. So I could see where they might say, okay, Queen, how much is Queen? They're going to charge like $1,000 for it? I mean, I that's ludicrous, I think, actually, when I say it. But I'm just saying it could be because they're more expensive with their products.
It'd be even more ludicrous if you heard my pre-show thing about Queen Studios that I can't go into right now.
Well, we might get more information tomorrow night because one of their guys who works for Queen is going to be on Paradox Nerds.
Yep, Paradox Nerds going to have Queen Studios, and hopefully they'll start giving you the price breakdown of their Joker. That's their first piece. Lou, what do you think? What are your thoughts, man? I don't know if we've gone through this yet on another stream or not, but do you think Hot Toys is actually going to drop this thing?
Hot Toys is actually going to drop this. It's a possibility, but is it out there? Is it teased? Of course it's teased, but I'm on the fence where I'm on the side of the fence where if it's not a pre-order and it's not it doesn't have a label says coming soon, then it's not coming out. Like, all they're doing really is hyping up the figure that we're going to pay $5-10 for the entire set for. You know what I mean? And on top of that, let's go back to all the other merch that they're doing.
Here, just right here.
Keychains, yeah. The keychains. You got the umbrella. You got all these little tchotchkes, right? Which it's cool. You get T-shirts, cool. But it's not the Batmobile. Like, I don't care about none of that stuff. Give me the Batmobile. Like, if you're gonna, do it. But I think the reason why they're not doing it is because this may, knock out the Back to the Future stuff because it's the new hotness. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like, let's finish, milking the DeLorean before we drop this. Let's just tease it there and just keep them reeled in. Let's bait them and reel them in slowly. Let's tire them out. Once they're tired out, then we can say, all right, here it is. And
I don't think the DeLorean is playing into whether or not they make this, because that's a whole different IP.
Yeah,
I think that's
I
agree.
It's two different genres. I mean, you're talking Back to the Future versus Batman. There's no way you can compare those.
I'm not saying that they're going head to head with each other. It's more like they're defeating themselves because they still got another Batmobile out there that they're trying to sell. And
the Tumbler, yeah.
The Tumbler. So you got that. You got this vehicle that's out now. Then they put this vehicle out with the motorcycle. That's another vehicle on top of the Star Wars vehicles. You get what I'm saying? That they're just piling on and piling on and piling on. They got to give themselves some type of reprieve.
Craig's coming into this a little blind here. Hot Toys actually hasn't put up a pre-order for this. This is the whole thing. Is Hot Toys is announcing that they're going to make it, and it seems to be just to kind of block another company that is already in production of a piece of this Batmobile. So it looks like Hot Toys, to me, is just posturing to block sales of that other piece. Because here it is. This is a meme that I found online somebody made. So I apologize. I don't know who actually made it, but this is the actual truth. This is what's happened in the past with the Batmobiles. These are all Batmobiles that Hot Toys said that they were going to come out with.
Those are all Jazz Inc.
Yeah, but these are all ones that Hot Toys said they were going to come out with, and Jazz Inc. ended up having to make them because Hot Toys canceled them. And they canceled them.
Yeah,
they haven't put these out.
That's a good
they
point.
Did do that. Right. They did do the 89. They did the Tumbler.
Yeah, but that's not any of these.
It's not any of those, but they're not out of the Batman wheelhouse yet. You get what I'm saying?
No, they're not.
So
but
this is like a very interesting topic to keep collectors interested, in my opinion, because it's a race to see who's going to make the car first or who's going to be, top dog. And we already know that, Jazz is going to pull out if anyone else does, theirs, just because
this
of
the Jazz Inc. one here, right here, guys. I mean, they have most of it done.
Yeah, but $1,400.
Yeah, and that's next to some of the prototypes. The other ones, just you get the scales.
Plus, if you're the first batch, you're probably going to have a janky ass version of it. It's going to fall apart.
Yeah, but Joe, so I understand, also takes care of his customers. Like he'll get you straight if you have a problem. That's what I understand. I haven't personally ordered anything, but
yeah, but if I pay $1,400, when you ship it to me, I expect it to not be broken when I get it, or to break within a year or two of having it.
Yeah.
Not when you have $1,400.
You seen Kenobi's? He's got a jar sitting underneath his, holding the body up, and that it scares me. That's a lot of money. And I mean, we get into all of this is a lot of money, but the thing that's comfortable, when you get a Hot Toys product, you're getting something that you're not going to have to put a jar under to hold it up.
It goes through
and that hurts because I love the BVS Batmobile. I want the BVS Batmobile, but I can't. I'm not going to pay that kind of money to put a jar under it.
Well, Negan is also pointing out that the Hot Toys factories are probably already overworked, and they're going to keep piling up the items. So that is something to consider. That there is a lot of extra production that they're doing right now with the lack of manpower they have due to what's going on in the world today. So, and Andre though does agree, Hot Toys have blocked before just to spook collectors into avoiding other companies. They have. I mean, the best case in point is this right here. These were all just to feed people the idea that they're going to make something. In fact, they put out the DeLorean, from what I understand, just because Jazz Inc. was looking at the license for the DeLorean for Part 2. That's what I understand. They actually just finally threw it down, and that would be why it doesn't have any updates from its original prototype in 2015. It still has the messed up wheelbase, but
and that's why I think they're going to throw this out too. I mean, it might not be anytime soon, like Cigars and Bacon said earlier, but the fact that they showed it in two different pictures, and I'm with you. I think it's a prototype. I know it's a prototype. It probably is held up by toothpicks, but I do think they are going to release it, and I think they're going to do that just to cut the legs out from underneath Jazz Inc.
Well, remember, there's two companies now making this, not including Hot Toys. There's Jazz Inc. and Queen Studios says they have one coming out.
Yeah, but that price range is going to be...
Yeah, that price is going to be astronomical, most likely. But
yeah, you can go buy a real damn car.
I don't think Hot Toys is going to jump in this game. I think their Bat Cycle was all they feel they needed to really put out there, because that's what we have. We have this. This is a pre-order that is live. This is something that we are going to be able to... We can pre-order it now. This is something we can get right now. And, of course, wait a year and a half for it. But, it's there. So...
2 years delays.
But unlike the Batmobile, this is a reality. There is a pre-order link for it. They have pictures of it. It's been engineered. It's been put together. The Batmobile, it's just strange that they don't seem to have any other shot. I mean, if they were really teasing it and producing it, I would have felt that when they revealed it, they would have given us the front end with the lights lit up. Because spoiler alert, that's how you get introduced to the car. When you actually see the car in the movie, you see the front end and the lights just light up.
It's my favorite introduction to a Batmobile in film.
Yeah, that was such a badass way to intro.
Yeah, and for a guy like me, I love growing up around racetracks, drag racing, dirt track, NASCAR, you name it, growing up in the South. That's the best sounding Batmobile I've ever heard. And that's why I want it. It's, to me, I love it. I need it. I hope they make it.
Now, I personally think if Jazz Inc. tanks that Batmobile design, they should re-engineer what they can of it and make an Interceptor for Mad Max, because that's still a Warner Brothers license. He's got a Warner Brothers license. He should look into making that, because it wouldn't be too far-fetched to convert a lot of it, probably not all of it, but a lot of it into an Interceptor, and that's going to fill a hole that just, it's a hole. There's nothing there for that. And then from there on out, I would stop playing with the Batman IP if I were Jazz Inc. And I would go getting, IPs for stuff that, again, Hot Toys isn't doing right now. Like, another great one is the APC from Aliens. That would be awesome. It'd be huge.
That'd be dope. I was going to say, you know how big that
massive.
thing would be? Oh, my God.
Massive.
Well, he could do a 112 version, because all we got right now is a 118. You could do a 112 version.
You know what? They could do a 112 version of the tank from Dark Knight Returns.
That's what I need. I need it 1/6. I don't care how big it is.
Spare
no expense.
That'd be bigger than the APC, though. That tank from the Dark Knight Returns would be
exactly. That's why I wanted it 112 to go with my Mezco.
I want to go with my
kitchen table,
my Ravonic Studios.
Exactly, Miles.
But when you think about the size of an APC, though, how big is the Batwing? That's huge too.
Yeah, and he's doing it.
Freaking massive.
I mean, how big would that be in relation to the APC?
The APC in length is what I'm talking about, not width. It'd be super long.
It'd be about as long as the wingspan, though, wouldn't it?
Did Jazz Inc. put out the dimensions for it?
I don't know if they did. I didn't go pulling up that stuff, man.
I think they did, but the price range didn't allow me to pull that up.
Yeah, but I think Jazz Inc. needs to get a hold of Disney right now and get some of those other stuff, because you got the Alien and Predator stuff coming out. He can make an interior thing for a Predator ship or something. Just all kinds of stuff. He could grab the Predator 2 license and do that kind of stuff in 1/6 scale. It's stuff it's a niche market, of course, but in his production numbers, he says he makes like Batmobile wise, he'd make about 500, maybe upwards close to 1,000, but not usually over that, right? These are small run products he's making.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and this is more his wheelhouse, and he's not going to have to be having anybody throw their weight their way because nobody else is even trying to make this.
I think if Jazz Inc. like just pulls out from this, he should go straight for more dioramas, because he's doing a lot of that with the Star Wars. Maybe he could go into something else that isn't, crazy license, and he could just have more fun with that. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe matter of fact, let's say he stays on Batman, right? He can give us something from the
comics.
Oh, he's doing some diorama pieces from BVS or Justice League. Like I know he's got one that's 3 different price scales, but it's the BVS Batcave computer set. Like the chair,
like that.
And I mean things like that. You've got a good point. That's incredible. If you're gonna keep getting squashed on every time you debut a car, I think you need to look into other avenues of if that's what you're going to do for a business.
Make a power loader for me, man. Make a power loader for me.
Maz will never let that power loader.
Give me a power loader. Maybe Hot Toys will come and squash that one for me and give me a
power loader.
Hey,
you're like, here, be the sacrificial lamb.
Yeah. Why don't you email Juice and be like, yo, hey, I know that you're having problems right now. Would you like to make some extra money? Make me a power loader.
Oh my God. Well, guys, I gotta head out. Make sure you guys hit that like button, share, subscribe, and all that other jazz. Guys, I love y'all. Y'all guys be easy, be safe out there, and I'll catch you on the flip side.
Thank you, Lou, for popping in, man.
Be good, Lou.
Yeah,
no problem, man. All right.
Be good or be good at it.
I do both.
So Lake Studio says the problem with Disney is that Disney will probably want to overproduce a product. I heard from this from someone else's stream. That's true. That's something I didn't consider, that Disney would want larger production runs. But he doesn't have to go with Disney specifically. I mean, he could go find some other people. I mean, there's other Warner Brothers vehicles he could build. Other than the Interceptor, though, my mind is completely blank. But
you can make Blade's Charger.
That's now Disney's. That's Disney's stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Marvel belongs. Yep.
Andre says he wants a 1/6 Hadley Hope so bad in a Technor nightclub. Dude, that'd be awesome. But again,
good luck with the price.
Terminator's. Who owns Terminator? Who owns? I mean, I know Hot Toys makes Terminator stuff, but what studio is it? Studio Canal. Who's part of that? Who's?
Hold on, give me a sec. I got the Terminator DVD next.
I think it's.
Grab it and see. Who's?
Yeah, I think Hot Toys is just flexing though. I mean, if he holds fast, man, I think he'd be okay. Doc Smizzle, what's up? He wants the helicopter.
MGM. Tell him Terminator belongs to MGM.
MGM. All right. So yeah, who the hell is that even working with anymore? They don't produce anything.
Yeah.
See, we get those rights for their stuff, man. For their vehicles.
Yeah, because who bought out MGM as far as movies? I forgot.
Studio Canal, I think, bought. I know Studio Canal now has a license for Terminator. Terminator itself is not Disney though. But Andre wants a 1/6 Hadley Hope in a Technor nightclub. Carlito says Jost tried to do the right thing by the collector, but Hot Toys decided to flex.
True.
Yeah, this is true. Lane. What are we doing, Lane? What's this all about? What are you trying to do to me?
Something maybe towards the end. Something else.
All right, yeah, I have it pulled up.
Teased. Not for right now. But,
okay. All right.
But I just think that I think Hot Toys is all in. Like seeing all the crap they had all over the place at Secret Base for the Batman. I think they're all in to even go as far as doing the Batmobile. Now, do I think necessarily that's going to necessarily be the best thing for them to do? Because I think what they put out here is they put out plenty of product for the Batman, and they've already got several vehicles coming. Here within the next year and a half. I don't know if they necessarily need another Batmobile. I think they might start subtracting from their own vehicles, because we got the DeLorean, we got the Tumbler. It might be starting to hit the overload on the old vehicles, because they've got the staff, they've got the Mandalorian swoop bike, even though those aren't quite the same thing, because obviously they're
Hell, give me the Ford
longer.
from RoboCop. Give me that car. I want the cop car from my RoboCop figure too, man. That's what I want. There you
Unfortunately, I don't know if they're doing any of the RoboCop.
go. The motorcycle from Terminator 2. I mean, I know you can get
give me a re-release updated Ed 209. I'll buy that thing in 2. I won't even.
Well,
buy
that would
any
be
of the
Hot
RoboCop.
Toys. I mean, I think that's going to be Hot Toys to do that. But what's wrong with the current one's not even that expensive. It's not much higher in retail right now. If you need an Ed 209. I had a Lionel one that was around retail price. I don't think it's still there anymore though. But
I'd like to see. I wish Hot Toys had done a RoboCop 2 Kane RoboCop. That would be cool.
let me see here.
But I do think you're kind of right, Maz. I think the perfect vehicle, maybe even for Hot Toys to leave off on this, is the Bat Cycle. That's a unique thing that they can put out in the 6 scale. That's also
Lane, you want an Ed 209, by the way? Check your private chat. The Ed 209, it's not much different than retail. It's like maybe $20 more.
Oh, Maz, why did you have to show me that?
Yeah, this is the site that you made me spend money on the last time I seen it.
No. Well, no.
I've ordered from there before, man. They're good.
Maz
They're in
has
Canada.
got perfect, terrible timing, because I'm not going to be able to buy it right now, but I just had my review for work, so I just got a bonus that I'll
Nice.
have
Congrats.
next month. So I can just look at this and go, gosh darn it. But that thing takes up an entire detolf shelf.
Actually, and
Which are
you
like
can't
gold
actually
grade.
display it properly in a detolf. You'd have to make the shelves bigger because it actually stands too tall, and you have to kind of squish it down and put its arms in, so it doesn't look any kind of menacing or imposing at all in a detolf. You have to really give it more
as it
space.
fits. As long as
Yeah,
it fits.
it'll technically fit, but you got to squish
it'll
it down
fit.
in there.
Yeah. But
Wow.
God damn you, Maz.
That's what I'm saying right now. I'm just scrolling like, man.
Yeah, but Maz, I got plenty of other things that are trying to suck my money out of me right now.
That RoboCop with the chair was available last time I was here, man, but apparently somebody bought it. I sent people here before.
Yeah, no, well, one thing I like kind of what they have out here, just taking all the Batman packs and stuff. I mean, still to get all of it like this and just the deluxe, so you would get deluxe and the Bat Signal all together. That's like $800 and something, although technically still less than the DeLorean by itself. I mean, all that stuff can fill on one detolf shelf, so you can just have the Batman display with all that stuff together in one detolf shelf and fit everything and move it however you want it to around. So I think to me it feels like almost the perfect kind of setup if you just want to do that for that movie. If that is now your favorite Batman, I really liked it, but I'm actually probably passing on all of on the Batman, this figure and stuff. I'm probably passing on.
I can't.
I'm getting all the DKR stuff practically. I'm getting the DX19. I've already got the Catwoman pre-ordered and completely paid off. And I'm
As you should.
Tumbler.
Yeah.
I'm getting the Tumbler, and I am very certain I am probably going to get the Ledger Joker from Queen Studios.
We were talking RoboCop there.
He said he's going to get
that
that Joker.
I think I'm probably going to get the Joker from Queen, unless it's $600.
Which Joker are we talking about? The Queen Studios
statue
Joker?
territory, then maybe not.
No, he's talking about the figure that we talked about before.
The Ledger Joker.
Yeah, before the stream.
Yeah, that's why I'm sitting here just like, oh.
Yeah.
600. That's hopeful.
That's cute.
That's hopeful.
Guys, I don't think that figure is going to be as expensive.
Yeah, sorry, I was collecting my
J&D,
RoboCop.
J&D, when they do figures in 2023, that's a whole different ballgame. That's a whole different ballgame.
There you go. Got him back where he was.
Anyway.
Yeah, Carlito. Carlita says, I agree with Lane. Hot Toys is crazy enough to overextend their resources to put out a new Batmobile. They're just flooding the market with releases. Actually, they've been relatively quiet recently.
No, they're not flooding with releases. They're flooding with pre-orders of stuff.
Pre-orders, yeah.
There's a vehicle we all need that we didn't know we needed, man. The jet car from the Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai across the 8th dimension.
I'll take it. I'll take that one.
That's a car we need. MGM, I think, put out that movie too, didn't they? MGM's an untapped resources, man.
I want the space RV from Spaceballs.
If we're just gonna start doing wacko cars, man, just give me the freaking Trans Am from Mask that would transform and turn into a jet flying car when the wings would come up, the doors come up and become wings and stuff. I'll take that and Vanessa Warfield's like old Mask cars that would turn into jets and stuff.
So Lake Studio says, I've never collected superhero figures, but man, this Hot Toys Pattinson Batman is probably going to be my first superhero figure. I absolutely love this character and design. It is a pretty cool batsuit. My biggest problem with that batsuit is that there is no tipped cape. His cape has no tips on it like Batman should. He's got the flat bottom cape. There's no tips, wingtip kind of tips. It's just really sad. It's very disappointing. The Nolan one had the same problem though. DonPrime says people are buying the Bat bike for Hot Toys Cap / Bucky. I might buy one for my Redmond Toys David Lost Boy, the Lost Man. I know it's not the Kawasaki bike he was on in Lost Boys, but it's passable. You can kind of, maybe if I can take that front like bat thing off of it, it would work. Put like one of those little flags on the back, it'd be fine. But yeah, Carlito with the pre-orders, exactly. But yeah, dude, the jet car from Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai across the 8th dimension, I would love that. It'd be a great car. There are a lot of cars he could be looking into, and a lot of vehicles he could be looking into. But yeah, look at that cape, man. Isn't that depressing? No tips.
Yeah, it's a towel.
No tips. That's not Batman. That's Flying Rat Man.
You're a towel.
That's what he is.
That's a cool thing with the Bat Cycle, since it doesn't have like a lot of Bat decals or other stuff over there. Like DonPrime pointed out, people are buying it to use with Hot Toys Cap or Bucky. You can use it with a whole bunch of different stuff, or Black Widow, possibly, or other people you could stick with.
You can use Winter Soldier. You don't have to use just the Bucky one. You can go with Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
You feeling lucky, punk?
Here's our next conversational point, because really I think the Batman's been beat to death. Nobody's really talking about this week. Sideshow dropped this week. Dirty Harry, Lieutenant Callahan from Dirty Harry. Clint Eastwood.
Dirty Harry, Magnum Force.
Magnum, of course, yeah. He's got a whole slew of other films. He's got the 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world. It could blow your head clean off. You got to ask yourself one question: do I feel lucky? But
well, do you, punk?
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. There's some chat stuff I don't want
to. Do you, punk?
Carlito says that's the one issue I have with the Batman vehicle. They're kind of generic. They do fit with other IPs. Yes, they do. They do. Lake Studios is also out of topic, but how you guys feel about how the Grand Inquisitor looks? Yeah, we're gonna get to Kenobi show, but for me personally, I don't really care that much about his design as long as the show is amazing. And I think I'm there with you.
His head looks like it's shaped like Stewie Griffin.
I was gonna say more. It looks like I was gonna say more. It looked like a giant baseball.
What's up, Black Bear Tech?
It does look like a giant baseball.
But before we get to that, let's get to Harry Callahan. Now, like I said, Sideshow dropped this guy, put him up this week, and he looks good, but I don't think I could justify the price, man. I mean,
$275.
Yeah.
We're Hot Toys quality, they say, but come on, that's stretching it. Come on.
I just don't think. I mean, I think total sales that they're definitely going to find the man with no name sells like way more than the Harry Callahan.
Sad too, because I kind of want him, but not for $275 at all.
Maybe
man.
$240.
$220 is more like. I mean, he doesn't come with anything. He comes with his badge and his gun. And hands.
It is kind of funny. He is the same price as the man with no name.
Oh, in a holster.
Ton more stuff. Who comes with way more stuff than he does.
Oh, and apparently a watch. That's like the big seller there too. You see that he's got the time. I don't know what's up with that. But
I don't honestly like the head sculpt with this one. I don't think the head sculpt looks that great in comparison with the man with no name. I think that one came out way better.
Yeah, it's pretty good too. And he's got one pair of shoes, guys. Don't forget. But it's just crazy. $275 for that. Andre says, "I really like my Sideshow Snake Plissken, but Sideshow are out of their mind with the prices." Yeah, they
agreed.
They somehow got the impression that they are Hot Toys and they're charging Hot Toys price. This is Yolana's price right now, isn't it? Yolana's $275, right? From Black Widow.
This is more than no. This is more by $5. This is more than like Costco Reeves was announced for. Which has a full.
That's insane.
And a head. Has a helmet sculpt and a head sculpt, and has many weapons and more.
Blackbird Tech, man, you missed the big conversation. We were just talking about the bike and the Batmobile and the fact that I still claim the Batmobile is vapor. It's not going to actually happen from Hot Toys. Vaporware. But the bike I think is where they went all in. Obviously, they had the R&D for that. They put it out. It's a pre-order item. Whereas the car, they're like, yeah, let's see who we can ruffle feathers with this week, and let's say we're going to put this out because. If they had more, I think they would have shown more. They would have put in the pre-order. I mean, why would they be waiting? Possibly because China's release date's next week, right? And if that's so, if it hasn't dropped by then what? The next Batman movie, maybe? That's when I would expect Hot Toys to actually release it. If they do release it, it'll be with the next movie, not this one. I don't think the R&D's there to have a product ready within the window that it would do the best business.
With Hot Toys, you can never tell them. They sometimes just do.
Hot Toys what?
You can never tell with Hot Toys because a lot of times they make decisions or do things that leave you going, why now or here or where now? With some of their releases and stuff. Like the Loki figures. Why did they decide to put those out like 4 months after the show was over?
And where's my Wizard Loki, man? That was another flex they did. They knocked down Toys
they were
Loki.
never putting that out. They just wanted to show that they could do it.
And it killed the Toys one. No, nobody's talking about that anymore.
Yeah, or look at, why haven't we seen anything for Hawkeye?
Yeah.
There's been no discussion about Hawkeye. That was a well-received show of the Disney Plus. Maybe that might have been the best received show of all of them from last year. 2021 of all the shows, that may have been overall one people said that was pretty good. Turned out a lot better than I thought it was.
I think Loki was the best show, but that's just me. Followed by WandaVision, then Hawkeye. That's the order I'd put them in. But so I guess you guys, is anybody getting this piece, or is the price is just overpriced?
Nope, price killed it for me.
Yeah, he costs more than Costco Reeves, Thena, Phoenix Shan, Axe Wolves.
So what price would have been more reasonable for you guys?
$220, $225. I think you're right. I think that would have been reasonable.
I think $240 I would have been fine with.
All right, Lane's a glutton for punishment. He wants to pay more than us.
I'm just saying for the way pricing.
But still, that's
for a lot of stuff.
You think about it. That's more than Axe Wolves, and Axe doesn't have a head sculpt. I get that, but it's a way better figure.
He comes with more accessories.
Well,
you're getting a jetpack and a gun.
But think about this too. A little bit different. Would you guys probably say Sideshow for at least human-based figures or that non-robot based? Maybe 3.0 level they would be about, maybe a little bit better.
I think they need to be selling it like my SSR Joker was 160 something. That's where they need to be living at.
Yeah.
Well, putting in another context, leaving out even the Hot Toys figures, like the Optimus Prime from the last night, which very detailed looking robot figure for 3.0. He's $36 more than that figure.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the 3.0 DLX Transformers are cheaper than he is, and they're better figures.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. The latest, the most recent pre-order.
I don't know what the most recent one is.
No, that's what I mean. It's Optimus Prime from the last night, where he's got the sword and everything.
You look at 3.0's
less.
Daenerys Targaryen, season 5. She's $178. And to me,
That's what
they
this
look
needs to be
about the
living
same
at.
quality. Yeah. To me, they look about the same quality. And
This
I
should
really
not be this price.
I want this figure. That's the bad thing. Like personally for me, Dirty Harry and those films all will hold a special place in my heart just because
It'll be discounted and thrown in the bargain bin, and then we'll hopefully
yeah.
go to-
Eventually, one day I'll use a bunch of discounts and codes and stuff.
I might get the Man with No Name, even though it is.
Well, his price isn't any better, is it?
It's the
No,
same.
it's $275.
Yeah.
I'm saying I probably might get him because I am such a monster fan of that.
Dude, you're
And
just
this
going
one
to
I
turn
think
around and
is
sell him.
better.
At least wait for him to go down in price. You don't have the booty. You're going to sell him. You know that.
I almost unleashed the four-letter word.
That was so cold-blooded.
He's like, why
I
you
almost-
buy him? You know you're gonna sell him.
I just
I'm sorry,
did, like,
Lane. I got to call you out,
almost-
man.
I
always see you
are
flipping 'em.
so lucky. I was about to launch a four-letter word
I'm sorry,
tirade
I'm
at
sorry.
you, but I bit my own tongue.
I love you. I hope your tongue's not bleeding.
No, because I literally
Worse.
was like, it bit into my tongue to stop myself.
My son has heard worse.
I'm sure heard cigars, but however, we're trying to keep this kind of.
Yeah,
all
I mean,
ages
I want these
for
figures, but I'm not going to endorse these prices at all, and I don't think you should.
I hate
either.
the prices, but you know, to me, this is a character. The Man with No Name is one. Is that
Well, you're going to be
I
a character for
love
paying
the
this much
character.
for it.
I am aware he is totally overpriced, especially for the body. I think the sculpt is fine. It looks great to me. I like the sculpt of it.
Hey guys,
It looks-
Carlito's all on top of this, man. 21 watching right now, only 15 likes. Please hit those like buttons, man. Please. And if you're not subscribed already, please. Again, I would love you guys to subscribe as well, man. We're gonna have some great little trinkets and cool doodads for you guys that join the membership program when that goes live as well. And starting off with some wallpapers. We're gonna start making custom wallpapers with my photography, and hopefully you guys dig that, because I figured, I was looking at the little tangent here. I was looking at the site today to see what the membership stuff can give you and stuff, and I was like, man, that's like not what I want to do. That's like not what I want to do. And then it was like, well, you can just make them pay $2 and give them a shout out, and I was like, ugh. That just doesn't sound like it's worth it, right? I mean, you get a shout
Hey,
out.
hold on. While we're on this topic, Junior wants to say something. He wants to interject his opinion about these figures and the prices and
Yeah, I was gonna ask him when I got done with it, but I got sidetracked with this thing. Yes, where you at, Junior? What do you think?
I don't even know who these guys are. I'm like,
Oh,
Bacon, you're doing a bad job. Get Junior up to speed.
Hey man, I've watched the movies. He's just not into them. They're too old. I'm not saying that you said that.
Man,
You guys
I'm
are
crushed,
old.
Cigars and Bacon, Junior.
But-
I'm crushed.
What about as a
old.
collector? As a collector, what do you think about price point? Would you be willing to pay Hot Toys prices for a Sideshow figure?
well, it depends on what it is and what size.
Like this doesn't really have accessories, but it's got a revolver and a long
And a
rifle
rock.
If you
and a
a
rock.
rock.
if it
Yep.
I could barely hear him again. It was like you gave him. You have the microphone.
No, he's got the mic.
Oh, he needs to talk into it.
It's like
There
if
you
you barely have anything in there, why would you pay so much for something so little?
Exactly, Lane.
Yep.
Yeah, Lane, you're
I never
crazy.
said I was
You're
picking up
crazy,
the-
Lane.
I never said I was picking up the Harry Callahan. I said I was paying.
We're looking at the man with no name right now,
The
dude.
man
But-
with no name came with plenty of stuff.
But if that's something that Lane loves, like, hey, what did we pay for our Batmans from Ovan?
This is true. We did pay
You know
a
what
lot
I'm
more than
saying?
$275
If-
for our Batmans. and
If
they
you
didn't come with
love that
anything.
figure and if you love that IP and that's something that means something to you personally, that, in my opinion, is what this all should be about. You should never be looking at a figure like, oh, can I flip that 5 years from now? No, that's terrible. Like, if that's why you're getting into this, you're wrong. Buy something
No.
because you love it.
No, and I agree with that on that point. But the difference between this though and our custom pieces is that nobody offers those, so we kind of have
True.
to pay the prices.
True, but now
we
this
get it.
is this is a licensed option for Lane. And, if Lane's loving the man with no name, if you're loving, what we have here is a failure to communicate. If he loves that IP, go for it, man. Get it.
That was cool hand loop.
Yeah, I think it's great that you want to endorse the IP. What I hate is endorsing the practice that Sideshow thinks they can charge this much.
Well, I understand. I'm not saying I think the price is stupid for probably the quality of the body and stuff. But, sometimes if that's the only way you're going to be able to get it, at all, you got to, if it's something you really, really want, even if you might be overpaying a little bit for it, you have to do it.
Yeah.
Well, Carlito says Bacon Jr. Carlitos is addressing Bacon Jr. It's okay. We like what we like. My dad was into stuff I wasn't, but I'm into this figure. So,
okay,
Carlito, you respect him, man. I mean,
so
he says he likes it.
Carlito, I might need you to start calling me Bacon Jr. because it's like Bacon Jr. cheeseburger, and
it's easier than them saying.
We'll try just Junior next time. How about that?
I had a bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's for lunch, so that makes sense.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, it's your dad that picked the name. You're stuck with it. I'm sorry.
You're not old enough for the cigar yet, so we got to stick with the bacon.
Yeah. If we're giving you cigars, that's bad. We can get in trouble. You get demonetized. Now I actually have that to worry about. Brian Hepburn's in the chat. What's up, Brian Hepburn? He says, I don't see how this is priced higher than the Sideshow Deluxe Michael Myers, which actually turned out to be a great figure. Yes, I love my Michael Myers. I mean, his hairline is weird, but I addressed that. But yeah, between this and the Harry Callahan, they are on some crazy 60s type guru type stuff or something. I don't want to say anything specific. Just kind of leave it open to interpretation because you guys should know what I'm talking about. That the more of the psychedelic type stuff, I think, when they're trying to get this price. That's my problem. But let's move on to the meat and potatoes. Everybody wants to talk about this, man. I don't have any pictures from it because I think we've all seen it. The Obi Wan trailer, guys. The Obi Wan trailer. Let's get into the full size or medium size drink here. The Coke.
All you had to hear was Duel of Fates. The opening.
Yeah.
Just chorus line, and you're just like.
I'm giving it to FatBatman because I'm gonna go AFK for a second, so he's gonna have the screen. So, but go ahead and go. What was your thoughts?
Look at that sexy beard, man.
Yeah, there you go. I trimmed it up too, trying to look a little bit of, look like a housebroken at least. But no, I love the trailer. I'm right there with you, Lane. The soundtrack did it for me. Took me back to when he hopped up out of that hole and cut a man in half. But I'll say this, I did have a few hesitations about it. It's Obi-Wan, and there's not a lot of Obi-Wan in the trailer, which I'm glad for. You're not going to have a lot of spoilers. I thought it was a good trailer overall. I don't like how the Inquisitor looked. And I'm just worried in general that the Obi-Wan show isn't going to be about Obi-Wan. And that's what I want it to be about, personally. I want it to be about Obi-Wan. And I'm worried that it's going to be less about Obi-Wan and more about the
Inquisitors.
Yes.
Part of it.
Yes, I don't know what the character.
Rava.
Yep. There you go.
The
third sister. That's what I was looking for. I think it's going to be more about her, just based off that trailer.
And, here, what would be worse if we spend all the time looking at her and maybe another trailer, and then she gets bumped off in the second episode? That could also. That would be kind of annoyed a little bit too, where we saw a character built up a lot. That's what could happen.
Who's this? And then she's gone.
And then she bumped off, and then the Grand Inquisitor comes in and stuff until Vader shows up, which would also be kind of annoying because you guys said she's somehow going to be important in the series.
Yeah.
Well, before we get too far down into that, let's also address Carlito here. Cigar Junior, we'll just call it Junior. All good. I respect that. Hope my son is into figures when he gets old enough like you. So Carlito is looking out for you, Junior. Loco Lu, of course, is back in the house too. Have they said who she is yet? The female
Rebels
I don't think
is
she's
her
an
name.
Inquisitor either.
Third sister.
She is.
Just
She's
she is a
third
dark sister.
She's
Third
the
sister.
She's the third sister. The one with the robotics on the head is the new Inquisitor. Then you have the Grand Inquisitor, and then the green guy is the fifth brother.
Who was the
Okay.
one who had who I think was he was one of the two original Inquisitors introduced in Rebels, along with the seventh sister, who was Miriam, like Luminar Unduli and Barasafi.
So Andre says they didn't enjoy the trailer. The first viewing was without sound though, which they think may have made a difference.
Sound always makes the difference in Star Wars.
Yeah, I try not to watch this stuff without sound.
It's one of the few criticisms I have about like The Force Awakens. The music wasn't strong enough.
Oh, that's the only problem with that movie. All right.
Mm.
So, what do you guys think we're gonna get? Seventh sister though. I want Sarah Michelle Gellar back, man. Is anybody else with me on that?
She's too old, unfortunately, now to be in green makeup. I think to work because Seven Sisters.
I heard
was
too
young.
old, and then you mumbled off. I'm sorry. What?
I said she's too old now. I think, unfortunately, to play the Seven Sister live action because the Seven Sister was still pretty young. In
She's
Rebels.
younger than I am. I could play the seventh sister.
You could play the Grand Inquisitor.
I could. I got a round enough head for it. DonPrime says he's gonna head off, going to the bar. Need to get some. What, Don?
He needs some imbibement after listening to us for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Well, take it easy, Don. Enjoy.
Yeah,
Take care.
be safe.
He's going for snoo.
I personally, though, with the trailer, in regards to that, though, I felt this trailer washed away everything that Book of Boba Fett left on me that I was feeling grimy about. Like you're just feeling kind of dirty and like I need a shower. That's how I've been feeling until I saw this trailer after watching Book of Boba Fett. Now, that's not to say that Book of Boba Fett didn't have some good redeeming properties, considering it was Mandalorian season 2.5 there for a bit, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But, there was a lot that needed to be washed off as well.
It was such a mixed bag. Much more
Yeah,
than
it
we
was
thought
such a
it was
mixed
gonna
bag.
be.
And
You can tell the budget for this is going to be so much bigger than what it was for Book of Boba. And, I mean, as it should be. I mean...
And this is going to be a one-shot, so it's not like there are going to be more seasons of it. It's a mini-series, so they should put some more episodes into the, more money into each of the episodes here to make them really stand out.
yeah, Carlito says that the music was the least of his problems when it comes to the sequel trilogy, by the way. And I agree.
Well, yes.
An OG fan wants to really see the Grand Inquisitor come helicoptering in on the lightsabers.
Falling,
really
yes.
don't
Holding
do
it
that.
above his head, just falling.
Remember, these are lights. I don't understand how these ever work as a helicopter, even in the cartoon. I mean, doesn't physics apply? These are lights, right? I mean, I guess the heat is what's keeping them up, and the fact that they spin.
Spinning the rotation so
I
fast.
trust me, even in the show, I never quite got how that worked. I would just like spinny and force pushes. They're actually force pushing with their brains the entire time. They'll push themselves along.
That could be it. Yeah.
Something.
Loco Lu says the trailer worries him, though.
What worries you about it, Lou?
I don't know. He didn't. He just said that and left it like that, man.
And that's me.
I'm asking a question. I'm asking in chat,
Okay.
Lou. What I mean, you don't got to. Obviously, you're not going to be able to speak. Just in general, what was your main concern?
Yeah. Well, while we wait for that, Brian Hepburn says it's 6 episodes, so hopefully it's more cohesive. That's where I'm at with it. I mean, but even when you watch the trailer, you can just see the production quality is way higher.
Yeah.
But I blame the low budget production look of Book of Boba Fett, which the whole thing kind of had, other than when Mandalorian was in there. It had that low budgety feel. It's like they saved it all for the Rancor stuff. But I think that's all, unfortunately, Rodriguez's fault, because he likes to do those low budget things. He's used to working in those budgets. He probably constrained his budget himself. I'm not saying that he set out to just, to do wrong by Book of Boba Fett, but I think he himself is in such a habit of coming in under budget that he, lowered standards across the board just because he was now a producer and the director. Actually, he was an executive producer on the whole show. He was basically the showrunner, from understanding, for Book of Boba Fett. I mean, of course, you still had Favreau and Filoni involved, but from understand, he was the showrunner of that one. And I think he had a lot of say in the budget of that show, and it showed. Just from what I know of him and his budgets, from what I've seen of his stuff. Like,
if I'm trying to just try to get into the mind of Loco Lu, which is terrifying. I'm a little bit worried too, just watching it, based off the fact that I really am worried that it's not going to be focused around Obi-Wan, and that's what I want it to be about. You know, that's my only concern with it.
Yeah.
So Lake Studio says that did find it odd how Disney decided to change the design of the Grand Inquisitor species since Revenge of the Sith. Thank you. Already had established the design of the Grand Inquisitor species since they were seen as that Star Wars name there. I can't say Utapu. Yeah, it is weird because they have been able to pull off that elongated head before, and maybe it's the same design choices like they did with Ahsoka, and they made her Leku shorter. So,
well, yeah, the Leku they had to do shorter versus how they grew longer, so she looked more like Shakti in Rebels.
I think it was for stunt reasons that they were shorter.
Well, no, it was because of the head and being able it was just practicality. They had to do them short like she looked in Clone Wars rather than the longer where she looked more like Shakti, and they naturally grow longer for females of the Togruta race just because of practicality. Basically they said it's a continuity thing, but we tried to do the longer ones so it looked like she did in Rebels. They just didn't work because Rosario couldn't turn her head. Exactly.
Yeah.
So they just couldn't make it work.
Well, Lou's very skeptical because of the Vespa, aka Power Rangers vibe. The Inquisitors is what worries me. See, I don't know. I guess I'm the only one who's not really like. I understand Obi-Wan. This is his show, but I don't think he's going to be in every frame, and I'm willing to accept that. What I'm not willing to accept, though, is a Book of Boba Fett type thing where he's out the entire episode, where he's like not even seen. And then in the next episode, when you see him, he has no lines, and you just see him. If they do that to Obi-Wan, then I'm going to definitely be worried. But I have faith that was it Deborah Chow directing this, right?
Yes,
she's doing all of it. I think she's going to treat him better. I think it is going to be heavy in the Inquisitors, but I don't think it's going to be like Book of Boba Fett where it's just all somebody else's story. I think they're gonna dance between. I think that third sister's going to be the one that's ultimately hunting Skywalker and or Obi-Wan. And the reason why we're jumping to some solo scenes of her because she's going to be the main one hunting him. So we're going to probably follow her process to finding them. So I'm hoping that's the extent of what we see of her.
I hope so.
I think she's going to be the main antagonist the first half of the show. And then I could see maybe one episode like really focused on the Empire and the Inquisitors, maybe helping introduce Vader. Like, episode 4 of 6 is mostly about that to help get all the Empire, all that stuff, and then setting up the kind of final arcs in 5 and 6, which is going to be Vader focused, I think. So she'll be the dominant antagonistic thing the first half, and I don't even necessarily think she's going to die in the end of the first half, but she'll be kind of the primary hunting antagonistic thing. Like
this isn't entirely on Disney's fault either. This whole splitting of these screen time, I guess this is a lot to do with just the way society is today, man. They want the diversity, they want all these things, and they definitely strong arm these studios with Twitter and whatever. I don't understand how Twitter got so powerful, but they strong arm them so hard, and this is all just in response to that. So they're trying to preemptively give you that, and I'm fine with this. I'm not saying I have a problem with it, but they're trying to give you this, cohesive cast of all different types of people established and whatnot, so that they can say they've done their part. I mean, that's why you see something now, and they're like, they have to specify that somebody's sexual preference is even a factor. Like, we've cast this person, and it's great, I guess. I mean, I don't know where to even put my finger there, but I'm just saying it's a weird time. It's just very peculiar, and you just have to suck it up and go with it as far as that goes. Because I mean,
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're right, though. I mean, you think about it. The Empire, that's supposed to be like space Nazis. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they are very racist. The Empire themselves are very racist.
And now
they don't like aliens. Most of the Empire people.
Yeah,
if you read the Thrawn books.
I don't know. I'm right there with you. I see what you're trying to say, and it is a tightrope you're walking there. You know, because I'm right there with you. It's not a bad thing per se, but if you're risking the story being told just to make everyone feel better, then I think you're missing the point of the story in general. And that's a worry with the show. But I don't need to see Obi-Wan in every frame. But yeah, I am worried that it's going to be more about the story of her chasing Obi-Wan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Well,
Craig is being funny.
Let's wait till we see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I felt, for me, the trailer left me with a good impression of the show, though. It made me pretty happy about what might be coming. Lake Studio, though, I do want to address this. He says one thing you would love to see, that he would love to see in the Kenobi show, is that they'd want Vader to go visit Padme's grave, and this would be such a powerful scene given that what's happening. That would be really cool. Sorry, I cut you off, Lane. What's that?
Well, no, he did go to see her tomb in one of the comics, like said after Empire Strikes Back.
But he wants to see that in the show. But
oh yeah, I wouldn't expect that.
And maybe they'll have that happen. But remember, this is the Obi-Wan show, not the Vader show. So
yeah,
we may not see it, and don't hold it against them if they don't show it. But yeah, Loco Lu is worried about the Book of Mando effect. You know, that's his main concern. I want to get to OG fans' comment here too, though, where he's talking about Rodriguez, who did season 2, episode 6, The Tragedy, which was a badass episode of The Mandalorian. It was the return of Boba Fett when he came back and he was kicking butt. And apparently, OG fan is blaming Favreau and Filoni though on Boba in the show, and I don't know how much of that is Favreau and Filoni. I know they were making Boba talk more than Tamara Morrison wanted to, and they had him without his helmet more. But that's only part of the problem. A lot of the problem I felt was the budgeting constraints that the show obviously faced and looked. And then whoever's idea it was for the Vespa team, that's who I'm blaming everything on. And I'm sorry, but
terrible.
I'm gonna have to lean towards Rodriguez because that seems more like his Spy Kids kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too, one of the things that did not help him in the first, when you talk about the cheapness looking at things, the entire slowest car chase this side of The Last Jedi,
Did you have a thought there?
You just saw Legendary.
Such a long pause.
Yeah. Hercules, the Legendary Journeys, like in the 90s with its CGI. That's what it reminded me of.
Oh.
And everything like the the floating animation and stuff.
I can't say that I've seen that, but it sounds rough. You're talking about 90s CGI, so
no, it was bad.
I've seen the Scorpion King.
But this was like take that and lower it like 20 times.
I've seen Lawnmower Man.
It's not quite that bad. You know what I mean? But like the CGI for that chase and showing their bikes working in like the third episode, whatever it was that they were.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. And but yet some of the CGI we saw in like that Mandalorian episodes looked way better. But it just that CGI, I was like, why does this look so terrible in this show? Which this is not a normally budgeted show. Any one of these things, they probably haven't. Even though it's a TV series, quote TV series budget, they still have a much bigger budget most of the time for these single episodes. How could they have it just look so crappy?
How can they have what? I'm sorry.
How could they have it look so crappy?
Oh, yeah.
I just don't understand why it was allowed.
Yeah, we weren't there, so we can only speculate. I'm going to blame Rodriguez because again, I've seen his budgeting at work in some of his movies. I've seen it work too, though. I mean, I'm not saying he's bad. In fact, I've liked some of his movies. Desperado was great. I don't believe everybody needs to fly 20 feet back there when they get shot with a,
Oh, Mr. Twirly shot there was definitely all Robert Rodriguez.
That was terrible.
Yeah, that was definitely all.
I saw that and I was like, man, that was a Robert Rodriguez move right there.
KJ Smith, man, is long waited. I've been waiting to say hello, but I had to let Lane finish.
Shush, Maz.
OG fan says, even Tamar Morrison gave pushback that Boba was question marks, and Favreau made him do it. This is true. Favreau, apparently, according to Tamar Morrison, did make him do some things he didn't want to do. He was the bad man. He showed us where he touched him, but I don't think he was responsible for the Vespa, you know? And I love Craig's response there when he was talking about, did Maz just tell us he didn't know where he put his, where to put his finger? Because Craig wasn't sure. Carlito says Disney is pegging themselves as one-trick pony. They feel that they can't have a successful show without the Mandalorian casting a shadow over it. Well, I think we're going to see Ahsoka, if nobody else, in Kenobi. I think we're going to see her. I might even see Grogu. We might get into that flashback as well, more of that. I don't know how that's going to pan out, but it seems like he's kind of crossing elements with all the shows, and he might be in there if they do any flashbacks to the temple and stuff. OG fan, right at Lane, let's save our disappointment until it really happens. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. And DonPrime, you know, 5 minutes ago, he was still here getting ready. Don't know if he still is. I'm just catching up to the chat. I apologize, guys. Hold on. Carlito, Lane is right. 90s CGI hit a nerve with me. Yes. KJ Smith laughed. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you laughed. I'm glad I'm funny. OG fan says, but Django did the twirly guns in Attack of the Clones. Did he?
That's different. That's not the twirling. That's not the flipping around and blasting shot, which everybody hates.
Yeah, there was no reason for that twirl in the Book of Boba Fett at all. There was no legitimate reason. Like, it wasn't like somebody came up behind him and he had to twirl around. No, he was already facing that direction, but he decided to just twirl and shoot.
Yeah, what did you think about it, Bacon Jr.?
Yeah, what did you think about that?
It was dumb, but have you seen the video where the blasts keep getting bigger and bigger and he destroys a planet with it?
Yeah.
Yes,
I saw the video where he shot like a whole bunch, like everybody there, but I didn't see that one. I'm sorry, Lana.
Yeah, there's one where he literally destroys a planet. It shows the old. It shows like the one I don't know how to. Yeah, what the Death Star did, but it replaces it with the stupid twirly shot.
Yeah. Brian,
and now you see what kids thought of that shot.
Exactly. That's why. That's kind of why I wanted to ask. You know.
Yeah.
I think the modders were just stupid characters.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you what you thought about the Vespas or whatever they were.
The glitter pups.
You thought they were dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, and their bikes were so slow. It's like they got like a super old car and just put that motor into a speeder bike.
So what did you think of Jar Jar Binks in the prequels? I just want to get a reference here, kind of get an idea. Do you like Jar Jar Binks? It's okay if you do. Just asking.
I guess. I don't know. Jar Jar is Jar Jar.
All right. Well, I mean, you like them. I mean, unlike the Vespa mod kids, right? I'm just trying to gauge the difference. You know, one worked for kids and the other one didn't. That's what I'm trying to put together.
Jar Jar was better than the dumb teenagers.
Okay. Wow. All right. This is a lot.
Well,
Thank
second
you.
best part of the final episode of Book of Boba, episode 7, was when the one modder got shot in the face and died.
Yep, that's the best.
No, best part of Boba on the rank. Second best shot is
Brian Hepburn is saying the rumor is that 2 Mando episodes were for season 3 of Mando, but added to Boba, and then the finale rewritten to incorporate the Mando episodes. And it's true. I had heard that the Boba Fett was not a fleshed out show to begin with, and that like the whole first episode was like an amalgamation of footage that they had just kind of laying on the cutting room floor. That's what I'd gotten. I think Single Songwriter told us that or something. But so I wouldn't be surprised, because what I understand is they really didn't have a real story for Boba Fett, which is why it was kind of all over the place and disjointed. So maybe, you know, Kenobi and everything else after will make a lot more sense, because hopefully those are all planned shows. Lake Studio says, also, let me know what you guys think of this. So in the trailer, we see what appears to be a stormtrooper with a hammer. Do you guys think this is a clone we might know, or maybe it's Obi Wan in disguise? The rumor I heard that it was a clone, but the Obi Wan in disguise could be very plausible as well. I mean, we're only seeing a butt and a hand with a hammer.
That would be awesome for a figure. I know that.
Yeah.
It'd go great with my Han and Luke disguise.
Right? What do you guys think? Cigars and Bacon and Junior, both of you. What do you guys think? Who do you think it is? One rumor is that it's Rex.
Who? What?
I don't know, man. It's like, because I've heard it could possibly be Cody as a first trooper. We're hearing we're going to see Rex. I don't want to speculate just because, no. I'm not going to speculate on that one.
All right, no speculation. Lane, you got any speculation then?
0. I'm not speculating on this show at all. I want to wait and just see what happens on May 25th. They've already told me enough stuff that will be happening or showing up is enough. I'm excited for. As much as we have concerns for seeing, the third sister a lot, Reva, however they're going to say her name.
Yeah. The chick from Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, I'm excited just to have the Inquisitors in this and seeing them being in live action Inquisitors.
Roundhead
in
and all?
The comics. Yeah, even Mr. Baseball Head, the Grand Inquisitor. I'm wondering if he'll be as fangy as he was in Rebels. But I just think it's going to be cool to see them. But I shared that I'm hoping that this isn't going to be, hey, welcome to Inquisitors, Imperial Inquisitors, guest starring Obi Wan Kenobi. That's what I'm hoping it doesn't become.
All right. Well, Andre's got an interesting point I don't want to miss here. He says, Ripley and Sarah Connor are some of my favorite badass females, but they made sense as characters. Modern shows often miss the mark with strong female characters. Why do you suppose that is? Lane. Since I cut you off, I'll let you finish that.
Yeah. Well, I guess I would just say, I don't think it's just female characters. I think this is characters in general and a lot. I love my non-existing facial up there.
I'm giving you the camera, man. Just letting you know.
So, I just think it is, in general, there seems to be a lack of build-up for characters and characters earning where they are. Kind of like, for this new character, if she's going to be like the main focus for the Imperial side for a good chunk of the series, are we going to see any backstory to how she earned or became the third sister, or is she just going to be like, I'm one of the best Inquisitors, like I'm just one of the strongest of them and we just see her do stuff that is slightly better maybe than some of the other ones that we might see, like the fifth brother, looks like a chump next to her or something, I think characters don't get build up to why we see them going from not being the best, like Rocky 3, where Rocky got beat down by Clubber Lang and left broken and had to spend part of the movie rebuilding himself up to where he was the best boxer in the world again.
Yeah, you're losing me.
I'm going back to 1983, Maz.
No, I'm not understanding the correlation between strong female characters and Rocky 3.
No, I'm speaking of characters in general. I think it's not only female characters. I think male and female characters in a lot of modern stuff, movies, TV, are not built up well to why they are good at what they do. Okay. They just seem to be good. Now, maybe more female characters in general have that happen where they're just the best. But we seem to have a lot of characters lack any kind of build-up why they're best. I mean, I could say, like in the sequel trilogy, Poe Dameron didn't seem really to get built up to me why he was considered this.
He was just really happy to see Finn, in my opinion, and he was happy to be behind
but I'm
the
thinking though, like where he was the best pilot, like of the rebellion / the resistance, like he was just the best. We didn't get to see anything earlier in the movie.
Just like Rey was just the best Jedi.
Well, that's my point. That is part of modern storytelling. We seem to be told people are the best, but we don't always get. And then we don't see them built up or what they did at all or anything to become, or become built up in the movie.
All right. Well, let's see what somebody else is going to think. What do you think, Fat Batman? I haven't asked you in a bit. What do you think is what's missing with these strong characters? What are they missing? Why are we missing it?
I think Well, looking at the chat there, I think a big
I'm way
problem
behind on
is
the chat. That's
Craig
why I have
Reeves.
to cut-
Craig Reeves, he threw a good point out. The writer rooms are most likely full of men. That's hard thing to write a good story for a leading woman when the guy writing the story is a guy. So, but yeah, I agree with what Lane said. It does seem like a lot of modern day stories, people are just thrown into your lap, and then you just need to accept this as it is and let the story continue. And where I think a lot of older movies where we were built up on development, figuring out the character throughout the story, and that's why it's harder for Lane, me, and others. Modern movies, like you're right with Ray, it's just we just had to accept it. And I wanted to know more about the setup, the buildup of why is she the best, you know what I mean? Just other than accepting the fact that she's the best. Or not just for Ray as an example. I mean, I think, trying to think of another modern day movie, just like Catwoman, I think in the Batman, she did a great version of Catwoman, I think, but you didn't get a lot of development. You were just, here she is. You don't need any backstory really. You need to accept it and move on with it. And that I don't like that. I want to be, I want to know a little bit about the backstory of the character so you can kind of sympathize with the character, or at least relate to them in some level. But no, I don't know why. I would say that Craig's right though. It's probably a man writing the story, and you can't do that. It's going to be hard to.
Without going full spoilers, I mean, I made this mention yesterday as well. I think for Catwoman alone, just in the Batman movie, I think what she really needed was during his monologue at the beginning of the movie, they needed to pan to her doing something Catwoman-y.
Yeah.
Just something like that. I'm sorry, Junior. What was that? I missed it.
I think he was just talking to
I just gotta put this out there.
I gotta put this out there. Don said that Junior
won a figure, and Don wasn't lying. He just got
I
Junior a
can't hear
figure.
anything you're saying.
Thank you so much, Don.
That's awesome.
What did Don do? I couldn't hear.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Don said that Junior won a figure, so he.
Oh, sweet.
My son told him what figure he would like, and Don's getting it for him. So I said, "Thank you so much, Don. That's awesome."
That's incredible.
That's awesome,
Nice.
man. Congrats, congrats, Junior. Usually the viewers win stuff, but rock on.
Yeah.
Let me know how you did that so I can win stuff next time. I want to win stuff. Cigars. What do you guys think, man? What do you think we need to do to get better development of characters here?
Within Disney Star Wars?
Well, just in general. I mean,
anything. I mean, in general.
particularly female characters, though.
Particularly female characters in Star Wars?
Well, it doesn't have to be
general.
Star Wars.
Honestly?
They and the question
In general.
initially was Sarah Connor and Ripley, and they're wondering, why
Man,
those are
I
the
don't
last
know.
we've
I don't
seen
think
of
we're
great.
ever gonna. It's been so long since we actually got strong female characters like that, like Ripley, Sarah Connor, like the '80s action heroines. I mean, the last time that we've seen anything close to that would have been Colombiana, pretty much for me, as far as like a believable female character action role, for me would have been like Colombiana, where there was actually, she didn't come in and she was just this badass. Like her uncle trained her from when she was little to when she was an adult, and even when she was an adult, she made all those mistakes and got her family killed. So like it was a believable, like she was believable as a character, like with that strong role. Like she didn't come in and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna save the day and everybody's gonna be weak and I win."
All right.
So I mean, honestly, I think in order to get like those kinds of roles, you need to stop focusing on pandering to people with agendas and just create a story where it's a story where it's just,
Preach.
hey, this is the woman.
Exactly.
This is what we've developed for her. She's gonna have struggles. She's gonna have success. And it's just gonna be a battle, like we've seen. You don't have to come into it and be like, "This is the female character," because she's a female. She's a million times stronger than everybody else.
Yeah.
You just
All right.
there needs to be that getting away from, oh man, am I going to offend this person or am I going to offend that person? Create the character, let the story be told. At the end of the day, you're going to have people who like her, you're going to have people who don't like her. That's life. People like you, people don't like you. Get over it. Move forward.
I think that's a lot of the problem. Yeah, we just pander to different, people that raise their voice on Twitter.
No one can do that anymore. No one can do that anymore.
Yep.
In general.
Well, moving on though, Craig asked an excellent question. That's why I still got it lit up here. It all comes down to, with Grogu, considering we're talking about, maybe he'll show up and, and whatnot. He says it's going to be tough to develop Grogu as a character because of how slow he ages. And, like Yoda, for example, he lived to be over 800 years old. And the real meat of the question, though, is how long is it going to be before Grogu was able to actually talk? What do you guys think about that? Cigars and bacon?
I'm thinking we might actually get his first words probably in season 3. But I mean, there were people that were saying that if you paid attention to like episode 5 and 6, that they could kind of hear what sounded like Grogu trying to formulate words. But I took that with a grain of salt because all I could hear was literally baby noises. So, yeah. I mean, baby noises are literally babies trying to formulate words. So, I mean, if you want to be technical, then yeah. But I think we might actually hear him say something in season 3.
FatBatman?
And I bet you his first word's going to be Mando.
What do you think, Junior?
What about you, Junior?
Maybe they'll do it to where he's a little bit older, maybe? I don't know. But
season 3? That's next season.
Do
you think in the beginning, the middle, or towards the end of the season?
Maybe towards like the middle or end, he might say something, but I'm not sure. You know how slow Yoda species ages and how vulnerable they are. It's just gonna be a baby for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he's already 50 plus years old, so how much longer is he gonna be a baby, though? FatBatman, what do you think, man?
I think it'll be a while, really. Unless they do something where, if you remember when him and Ahsoka were training and they were communicating in their minds, I think maybe you might get something to where we maybe can hear Grogu inside of Mando's head, him talking to Din Djarin. That might be something. I think we would see that. But, if it does happen in season 3, I think, Cigar's right. It'll be Mando. And it'll be maybe towards the end if they do it. But it'll be a while, Craig. And that's a good point. It's going to be hard to develop him. I mean, he's going to be here for the long haul. That's for sure.
Okay, and Lane, last but not least.
They've already planned. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Finish up. You already.
Did anybody else hear about how they're already talking season 4 of Mando?
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Oh yeah,
they're already supposedly, because there was an article saying that Cara Dune, Gina Carano, is coming back for season 4.
Yeah, we'll see when that happens, if that happens.
There's a lot of rumors, man.
I'm taking that with a grain of salt, especially since they're already talking about rewriting her character out with.
Supposedly she's being recast, possibly even with another actress. Too.
Yeah, it's the one that just played in that action hero, female hero movie where it's called
the Bomb.
Katie Caddy. Yeah, the one that bombed. But yeah, that's the actress that's going to be.
Oh, DonPrime. So they officially added Cara Dune for Lego Star Wars as one of the. Probably DLC characters they're putting in for the Skywalker.
Yep.
I'm still wondering if they're going to have Slave Leia in that as actually like the slave in that, or are they going to cut her? Even though they said there's 500 characters in it. Yeah.
OG fans asking how old Junior is. We were told that he was 11, but I believe he's more like 15 or 16.
No, he's 11.
OG fans seem to think he's wise beyond his years, so I'm always going for 15, 16.
I don't know. I would probably say there are times where 11-year-olds are smarter than 15 or 16 years old. So.
Hey, I've caught up to the giveaway part of the chat. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Junior. What was that?
I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, okay. OG fan is cracking the jokes, man. He says this is the best Lane has looked in years.
That was a good one.
Obviously, OG fan is filling in for exotic car matches.
Okay, and this I don't think is any relation to you because I don't know what Craig's referring to, but I think this is some other comment. I don't know. I guess character development I think is around the time he probably typed this. So just like Porkins with character development.
Poor Porkins.
Let's see. OG fan Poe Dameron shot down 10 TIE fighters in a single movie shot in The Force Awakens. It took until the second Death Star to destroy that many in the
Original trilogy.
Original
it actually
trilogy.
got shut down or blowed up on screen.
Yeah. Don't get me started. Carlito, I understand Lane. Sarah Connor evolved from a regular average person and evolved because of her trials and tribulations that made sense. Exactly. They haven't done that with a lot of female characters.
Nope.
No, they go straight into making them all powerful, and that completely kills any type of development for the character, any backdrop stories of them, because the audience is automatically given the whole illusion that, wow, she's, the Billy badass of the entire movie.
Yeah.
But I think you could make some. What I think, like, originally I was a little bit worried, especially finding out when the Batman was 90% Batman and only 10% Bruce Wayne. I was worried a little bit that Batman was going to come off, being that he's only supposed to be in his second year as Batman, like was going to come off a little too overpowered. Like after the opening scene of the movie and stuff, like he's too good at everything. But I think the movie did a fantastic job of showing him having to evolve a little bit over the course of the movie, and he wasn't perfect. Like sometimes the comics like to show he's 10 steps ahead of everybody. I like that they.
That's what I like too.
I like this Batman was shown to he's very smart and very good, but he still makes some and doesn't know everything. Like, he was like, oh crap, a couple of times in the movie. So I thought that they worried me in the first half of the movie. I was seeing like, oh boy, I'm worried he's going to be too overpowered and we're not going to have any kind of progression, that he actually still has to improve because he's still really young and relatively new. But they didn't do that. But in modern movies, they seem to do that a lot. Women characters seems to have that happen more often, I think. But it's storytelling in general I dislike. It's just in general I hate the storytelling with that.
All right, FatBatman's got to get out of here soon. His little man's got to go to bed, so he's got to. We're about to wrap up the show too, but I was just trying to catch up with the chat.
Oh no, you're good.
So let me just make sure I'm not missing anything important, guys. I'm going to try to get you.
What about what I linked to?
Yeah, Grogu. I agree. Grogu's first words better either be "This is the way you're feeding." Both of which would be appropriate, because I think part of the problem is that they just don't know what to make him sound like when he actually starts talking. They need like the Howie Mandel kind of, Gremlins Gizmo kind of voice form or something. And
that's also a good point. What's he
I don't think they've
like?
decided on what he's going to sound like yet.
Yeah. So. I mean, if he comes out sound like Bobby from Bobby's World, I'm turning the TV off. All right, man. I'm turning it off.
I think he's going to come out and sound a lot like Gizmo from Gremlins. But with that, though, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and skedaddle. FatBatman, since you got to go take care of the little one, let's go with you first here, sir. What do you got coming up here in the next few days? Anything going on your own here?
Coming up just Monday, the birthday. I'll be 29 on Monday, so just hanging out with the family. Yeah, appreciate that, guys. Just hanging out with everybody, celebrating that. Gonna be trying.
Happy birthday in the chat for FatBatman.
Thanks, guys. Just trying to get my own channel up off the ground, learning every day so much about all of these things, and trying to get it all etched out. But I'll be back here on Fridays with Moz for first appearance Fridays, talking comics, and then back here again on Saturdays talking figures with you fine gentlemen. So
yeah, we learned a lot about Batman yesterday.
I learn a lot every time I'm with you on there, Moz. That's no joke.
I appreciate that. I try. We haven't discussed who's going to be our first appearance. I think it was Punisher because that was thrown out a couple weeks ago. Punisher, I think, is going to be our first appearance.
That was me. I screamed that out last time. I said Punisher.
All right, we'll get Punisher, but I wanted to throw Batman in because we had all that Batman heat drop. So
and he's the best. That's why
I want to get Batman out of the way. But,
Batman, make Batman, oh Batman.
Yeah,
I'm Batman.
Carlito, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So,
thanks,
anything else going on, man? You got your birthday coming up Monday. You're gonna be back here, and you're working on getting in your own stuff. Do you have any idea what your first video might be?
Probably just an introduction to the channel, telling you a little bit about myself, how I got into the hobby, what got me into collecting and self, and then I'm gonna be doing some video games. Been playing Elden Ring like crazy lately. Loving that at the moment. Been trying to get a little bit of Jedi Fallen Order back into just because I love the game, and I've got my new PC here, so trying to learn how to play on the mouse and keyboard. It is there's a big learning curve. So, and thanks, OG. Yeah, youngster. It feels a rough 29, my man. It does not feel like 29.
My son's only 2 years older or younger than you. Just saying.
There you go.
I'm talking to you.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Hey, 29, it feels like 49. Not gonna lie, but
yeah,
my dad, he's 65, and he's like, yeah, wait till you're my age. It's like, well, I wish I was 49.
Hey, man. Well, happy birthday.
Yes, thank you, sir.
I can't wait to have you back next week for First Appearance Friday. I hope you have a great birthday with me and get lots of good birthday wishes from the fam.
Yeah, man.
And
appreciate it.
Yeah. So we're going to move on. Cigars and Bacon, man. What do you guys got coming up? This is a frightening little icon you guys got, by the way.
Nothing. Well, I mean, we did do a pickup today. We went and hit up Killer Finds in Hiram.
All right, one of y'all needs to get the microphone because I can't hear.
I said, well, we went and did a local shop today in Hiram. We went to Killer Finds. My son was looking for Pokemon cards, and I ended up finding the 3-0 White Ranger, so I grabbed that.
Oh, nice. I mean, not my thing, but yeah, that's awesome. Sweet. Junior, man, you got anything you want to share with us before you go?
I got a pizza today.
You got a pizza?
Yes.
I'm jealous.
Pokemon cards.
You got Pokemon cards and pizza, dude. That's awesome.
That's not a bad life combo meal for the day.
And then he won a figure from Don. So today
was a great day for him. Apparently, a Hot Toys Tusken Raider from Don. I need a Tusken. I don't have a Tusken Raider. But that's okay. If I had one, I'd have to get at least a second one, and I don't have the money right now, so it's fine. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with Don's decision. Congratulations on the Tusken Raider. That's awesome. Lane, what you got going on, man? I went from one blank thing to another blank thing. Awesome.
Well, I'm just waiting for figures from Sideshow to finally come in. And then I might be doing, once I have them, I'll probably be doing some unboxings on Collector Weekly, which I've done a couple times recently. I'll more likely be on tomorrow night on Geeking Out, and probably not winning any figures from Don.
All right, rock on. So
even though I have before, actually, now I think about it.
So that I guess that leaves me, guys. So we'll be back here on the stream Tuesday for Toy Photography Talk. As of this moment, I don't have any special guests lined up. We're going to have Harry, of course, and hopefully Harold. We're going to be talking about some shots, but we will be having a pseudo special thing happening because AO.Z, I don't know if you guys follow his Instagram, but he's been posting a whole bunch of stuff to the hashtag InvaderMoz. And that's how you post if you want us to critique your photography. It's constructive criticism, at least we try to be. And AO's.Z just made like a 180-degree turnaround, man. His photo that he linked to me the other day was just on point. And I can't wait to address that on the stream. But other than that, I don't currently have a lined up special guest. I know Trevor wants to come back, 1/6 shooter. He was great on the stream, but I do want to try to line up a few others first. I'm looking at trying to get BioJex Photo from Instagram. He's got fantastic work. So I'm looking into that, and there's a couple others I'm looking into as well. Then Friday, of course, we've gone on, and this is at 5 o'clock on Fridays, whereas this, tonight's stream and Tuesdays are at 6. 5 o'clock on Fridays, which is an hour before now. No, hour before. I'll just stop. I'm gonna hurt my brain. 5 o'clock on Fridays, we have First Appearance Friday. We're gonna be tackling the Punisher. So we're gonna jump right into Marvel Comics, the Punisher. First appeared Amazing Spider-Man 129. We'll look really deep into that. And of course, Saturday we're back here for another Toy Talk. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the super chats tonight and the stickers. I appreciate it. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, man. I so much appreciate all the love today. And we'll see you next week. Enjoy.
Take care.